my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gon' live my best life. They been talking to me on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something that's gotta give. Cause this shit just what I made it now, made it now. You can't ever, ever, ever break us down, break us down. I'll be reaching for the stars, promise I'll be what they not. And I'll never, ever, ever, ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Touch the sky, you're a little silver girl. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fight in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. Can you take your hand? You know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I cut the controls. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now. I just wanna make it proud. Don't let me down, don't let it all fall. I'm on the road, accomplished all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch the sky, you're a made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight in our eyes, and we are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, pick your aim, you know that this is.
Coming for the game, cause we ready for the victory.
No, so turn it up, turn it up, turn it all the way up.
All you get your hands up, all you raise your hands up. Listen to what you feel inside. We gon' turn it up tonight. We gon' turn it up. We gon' turn it up.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Of course, honey bunch.
Papa never returned home. He's among the stars now. But what about me?
Have faith, little flare.
Now this is a wonder to behold.
It's time to make the most of the moment. I'm Hoon, I'm milling for the Valley, and I'm ready.
I graduated high school a few months ago. Yeah. We dare to be great.
Dude, that's perfect. One more second.
Hello, my name is Fly Chicken. I'm XP Lane from the Valley. Let's go.
Hey, it's Basic. Again.
Right, I like that.
We dare.
And action.
We dare to improve. Hey, it's Basic. Coordinator for the Valley. Let's go.
Say hi.
Three wasn't good enough.
There you go. One more time.
Three wasn't good enough.
One more time. You got a better one again.
Hi, I'm Chuck. I'm Leighton for the Valley. Let's go.
You see my chapped lips on the camera? Like here a little bit? Don't disrespect the US of A. One more.
Hi, I'm Moba Zane, Jungle for the Valley, and we're ready.
I want to fight Yahweh from the Eagle team from Philippines.
Definitely RQ. They've done so much for Mobile Legends, and you could tell just by the amount of fans that they have. They've also been so driven. I mean, they've been in Mobile Legends for years and years and years, and they've always been pretty good. They've always...
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of the Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy. It's officially week 5, day 1 of season 2. We have 6 amazing teams ready to compete it out in a best of 3 for 3 series. Looking at the schedule so far, series 1 is going to be Chubby going up against the nation's best. And then for Series 2, will be Dark Remotos going up against Onage. And then to close out the day with the final series, Fnatic Esports going up against Caliber. All live on the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy YouTube channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in across the Land of Dawn. And make sure you guys register on the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy Discord server if you want to partake in future events, as all these teams are getting ready for the NACT spring season, which is going to be starting this weekend. And I cannot wait for that. But jumping into today, 2 amazing teams ready to go toe-to-toe for Series 1. The nation's best going up against Team Chubby. Nation's best, you see them kind of compete time and time again. They do have Raz, who is a part of their team, and also Randall, one of my friends that I got to meet in the NACT fall season for Vegas. So definitely time to be alive, and I think they're ready to go toe-to-toe with Chubby, the team from the Wild Wild West who came out of nowhere and started just dominating veteran teams in the MLSA. So I definitely know we have a show on our hands today. Joined on the desk, we have the amazing MLSA staff member. You've seen him. Everybody should be familiar with them in North America. Ladies and gentlemen, Yue is in the building for your analyst to break down these items and keys to victory, and I will be your play-by-play. So buckle up, go ahead and take a seat. It may be a bumpy ride, but we're gonna go ahead and smooth through the turbulence and get a good show going. How you doing, Yue?
Yeah, make sure to grab some popcorn. I'm doing good, Weezy, right? We got these 2 teams, some of the best of the best teams coming in from MLSA, right? Chubby, actually, one of these squads that I'm actually quite familiar with some of the players on there. I don't actually recognize anyone beside Poiser. I believe he is either going to be slotted into that side lane or even that jungle position. And again, from the side of Nation's Best, one of those teams that actually has been through MLSA. I do know Raz pretty personally. He is, I think, one of the casters, or at least one of the staffs here. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the table, Weezy.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. We've seen these teams compete time and time again. Just looking at the nation's best, some familiar faces over there. Storm is the individual that I named Randall. He is a Wan main, so I'm not sure if Chubby knows that, and maybe they want to take it out nice and early. I mean, Wan's kind of dominating. I know you've kind of hinted at it time and time again, and we don't usually see teams pick it or ban it, and I'm wondering if this is going to be the situation where it actually needs to be banned out.
Oh yeah, I love the 1-1 pick myself. It's one of those really strong picks, and actually kind of hard to play. And we actually saw over in the Excellent Era tournament, Gina able to scale really fast with that 1-1 in that grand finals series. And that kind of just tells me, hey, if one of the best marksmen in North America is playing that 1-1, why not here in MLSA, right?
Yeah, definitely a great point indeed. I want to see the 1-1 out, but it looks like it's going to be banned over there. The denial from Team Chubby. And now looking at the players, right? Skills, we've seen him. He's pretty legit. I believe he's going to run the assassin role for this. And his name definitely lives up to its meaning. So you have to watch out for him as well. We do got Raz over there. Raz, the individual who donated $500 to the Valentine Dash tournament. Definitely shout him out for that. And now to be able to see him in the Land of Dawn, I'm excited to see where he's going to be slotted out. But looking at the band so far, you're seeing that Fredrin taken out, and now that glue from the side of TMB.
Yeah, a lot of things are on the board. We have all the mages available, right? That Valentina, Eve, and Fairmist combination that I always like to kind of go and talk about, right? We also have a lot of these assassin junglers available. Fanny is banned out, so maybe there is a Fanny player on the chubby side, but we do have that Hayabusa, we do have that Ling. Both of them are extremely fast and mobile, and you know, just one of those high pick priorities. And you know, I wonder what they're gonna pick. We do also have a lot of these EXP laners available. That Lapu Lapu is one of the strongest EXP laners out there right now, and the Julian does get picked up. And this pick is so interesting because Julian, one of those traditional picks where you could slot him anywhere you want. You can slot him in the gold, you can slot him in the jungle, you can slot him in the mid, or even that EXP. So you know, Nation's Best really not showing their cards right now.
Yeah, I do like the Julian. That flex pick is going to create some opportunity in the draft for the side of TMB. But now looking at Chubby, how do they respond? They do have two options on the board for their picks, and I'm wondering where they're going to go. It looks like Darius is going to waste no time, pick up this Kadita, and I'm actually a fan of it. Kadita is one of those heroes that can't really be truly countered, and also counters a lot of heroes. So slotting that nice and early, I don't really see it being a problem, and honestly, a wise pickup. But now the Terizla, I'm wondering how this is going to work out. Not your typical XP laner.
Yeah, so about that Kadita, right? We did see Super Yuki a couple days ago pulling out this Kadita and having a lot of success. And along with that Petrify spell, he's just going to be able to really body a lot of the junglers, especially the assassin junglers, right? Julian's not going to have that great of a time, especially if he's unable to check those bushes. And there's a small delay on his dash, so it's a little bit easier for the Kadita to pick up those kills. And Terizla, you know, he's able to just zone people with that ultimate ability, and he has that flicker available. So it does tell me that this Isaiah, that's what his name is, he's gonna be hitting a lot of these set plays.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting one indeed. And right now, looking at Toby, they got a lot of CC. They have Darius over there with the rough waves, and also the Breath of the Ocean for the knockup. And you mentioned the Petrify, and then also Izia over here. He does have that penalty zone, right? So he can definitely dive in and give that AoE set for the team when needed. And now you are seeing the double mage be opted in, as I'll go feed lane is going to go ahead and take up this Valentina, and you got to look at who it's going to profit for. And it looks like they did pick up the Faramis, so I'm thinking it's a good decision. But now it's possibly going to be a Darius running this Kadita in either the roam position or the Valentina as the jungle.
Yeah, that flex pick, like we were just talking about, there's a lot of opportunities for that Kadita to just go two ways. But we also do see this Valentina being locked in, right? And just ability to use that IMU to take away that cold altar. It does seem like we're gonna have a lot of sustain coming in from both sides. And that Martis picked up, you know, one of those strongest junglers. So I wonder if this Julian's gonna be going off to one of the side lanes, or is this Martis actually going to be into that EXP slot as we go into the second ban phase right now?
And you know something interesting? You have the Terizla and you have the Martis, two heroes that have that three-part second skill, the Mortal Coils and the Execution Strike. And I believe both of them are anti-CC, so that is something working in both of their favors. And looking at the draft so far, I see a lot of early game pressure, but we need to see who both teams are going to slot in for the late games. You are looking at the bans, both teams prioritizing taking out a lot of marksmen.
Yeah, a lot of the marksmen are being taken down, right? But also there is still some available. That Erithal is one of the better marksmen, especially now. And also that Claude, right? Able to penetrate a lot of the backline and really shred some of the AoE sustain that the Fair missed with the Cold Altar. And also the Valentina, which I'm assuming is going to take that Cold Altar, right? The Claude should be able to do well in these matchups. So I kind of want to see if they're one of these teams is willing to prioritize that pick right now.
And right now, looking at the pick so far, I always like to look at like situations and where they would profit. And Isaiah, I gotta say, he's going to be the X factor, right? It's gonna be really dependent on how he performs in the XP lane. Traditionally, you don't see the Terizla slotted in, and when you do see it, you're wondering what is the game plan. So I'm expecting some great things over there from this Terizla pick on the side of Team Chubby. But now, with no time on the board, Poiser's gonna go ahead and lock in this Melissa.
Melissa, one of those traditional, one of those marksmans that just dominate the lane so heavily with the Inspire. You know, whenever we pick these, whenever we do pick these, using Inspire on these marksmans, it typically just means that they want to be able to just dominate their lane heavily early on and with no help. But the Claude is looking to answer, and again, just that AoE CC with the Blazing Duet, he's just able to shred a lot of the HP down coming in from the side of Chubby. And with the Kadita as the roam position, I'm not really sure if they're gonna have the ability to just tank any of the ultimate that's coming out from side of the nation's best.
Yeah, you make a good point over there. With that Lolita being slotted in, it is going to be able to kind of deflect the needles over there from Poiser on this Melissa, especially with that Inspire in play. And that's going to be the draft finalized for the side of TNB. And now one option left on the board for the side of Chubby. And what are they going to go for? Is this going to be Darius running the Kadita in the roam position? Or are we going to see this Valentina in the jungle? Or are we going to see an actual jungle be slotted? And,
hopefully,
you know, I really want to see how it goes. There's so many flex options with this composition.
Hopefully a tank jungle is their route, because again, the Kadita is just not going to be able to check a lot of these bushes. But we also have Terizla, right? One of his passive is that he's able to tank more and more damage the lower his HP goes. So he's definitely going to be the front line, and they do lock in this Lance. Now, one of the really tricky questions is this Lance going to be a tank or is it going to be an assassin?
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting question. We've seen both of them, and right now I think the tank might actually work more in their favor, as they are very squishy. You're putting a lot of pressure into the hands of Izia to get the job done, and if he goes for damage, then they are really going to be squishy. So with the drafts locked in, ladies and gentlemen, the polls are up for YouTube on the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy. Let us know who you guys think will take this game, and I'm also going to shift that focus over to Yue. Looking at the draft so far, first turtle, who you giving it to?
Now, here's the thing about the first turtle, right? We do see 2 Demon Slayers coming out. So in terms of that rotating and farming in the jungle, both sides should be able to go into that objective with no problem. I do know that that Lolita and the Fairmist should be able to have an easier time on this first turtle. But I think in the overall sense, right, Chubby has it in their game plan. I've seen and played with a lot of those players before, and honestly, those guys are really good. So I'm a little bit scared for Nation's Best right now.
Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting game indeed, as you are seeing Raz running in the jungle. I was wondering where they were going to slot him at, and it looks like he is the jungler for TNB. So some great things on the way for these neutral objectives. This is going to be a Julian jungle going up against the Lancelot. And right now, we got to see if this Lancelot is going tank or not. That's definitely going to be something we're keeping our eyes on as this match progresses.
Yep, and you do see that both junglers are starting from that bottom side, so it tells me they are looking to slowly rotate into that gold lane. And Claude is already having a little bit trouble getting harassed by Melissa a little bit, but the Vengeance is able to negate some of that early harass coming in from that Inspire on that Melissa.
You are seeing Melissa being a little bit more dominant. That Inspire definitely working in her favor, and it's going to need a little bit of assistance if he does want to kind of take this gold, as it looks like Poiser's setting up to kind of freeze these minions. But wait a minute, Storm is going to go in, but Muddles, the zonage is just too much for a lot of marksmen to kind of deal with, which is going to force Storm in that position to where he has to stay in his tier 1, as if he gets too over aggressive, he may trap himself in a corner that he can't get out of.
Yeah, and again, Poiser's right now just doing his best to bully them out, and it looks like a small skirmish.
You're going to see the Phantom Steed going in, and Raz going to take down Darius for first blood, and right now, that is a good start for the side of Nation's Best, and Chubby needing to find some answers if they're not careful. The composition of Nation's Best may be able to prevail and take this game.
Yeah, but it does look like Chubby does have a similar gold going on so far, and a lot of the members are actually a little bit low from Nation's Best, and it does look like this turtle is spawning. The side of Nation's Best is looking to group up, especially with that Fairmist and that Lolita, trying to get level 4 right now before the objectives happen. And, you know, one of the things about this Kadita roam, a kill at top side.
You're going to see Storm fall into the hands of I'll go feed lane on the Valentina. A wise pickup, but now the battle in the turtle pit. Who will prevail? You are going to see Skills living up to the name, getting the retribution, still in the turtle. Izzy picking up a kill, takes down Noka. Darius taking down PC and taking down a Smile, and Algo Feed Lane is going to go ahead and take down Raz. That is a none for 3 trade, and also Turtle going into the hands of Team Chubby, leading 5-1.
Yeah, for a second, I thought Nation's Best really had it in them. They were able to grab up a lot of these knockups, especially coming in from Martis. But again, the Terizla ultimate was just a little bit too big. That penalty zone is just able to grab 3 members in that fight. And I really do think right now, this Terizla on that 2-0-2 right now, he is huge going into this EXP lane right now.
Yeah, he's definitely looking strong so far. 2 kills on the board for him. You got to be careful as he's leading the way right now. That was exactly what Chubby needed to kind of maintain this pressure, and this is going to give him the early game advantage. So you are going to have to pick your fights wisely for the side of Nation's Best going forward.
Yeah, and we did get to see some of the items come up. This Lance is opting for that tank route, but it does look like they're looking to see if they can invade some of the jungles, but it does look like Chubby is looking to back off, right? Valentina looking to scale up really well, is able to build the Elegant Gem, but it does look like he is opting to go for something like the Enchanted Talisman instead. And, you know, the Kadita going for that Clock of Destiny, just building up to that damage, and so is the Faramis, right? And the Faramis is very interesting because you could go one of 2 builds. You could go for that bursty build with the Lightning Truncheon and also the Clock of Destiny, but what I like to prefer is usually to go for that Enchanted Talisman to make sure that your Cold Ultra is available at all times, as the turtle is going to be spawning in 15 seconds.
You are seeing a 2v1 situation. Motorco's Izia is rushing in, but you are going to see off the screen Darius bursted down over there by Noka in the mid lane. The power of Faramis prevails. And right now, with this turtle spawning in, it looks like Chubby is going to have the zonage for the turtle pit.
Yeah, up 3k gold lead. It does seem like they should have this turtle in the back, but it does look like there's 3 people.
Execution strike going in from Teresa, but the double set with the Numeon blast and the knockup for the Mortal Crows. Noka taken down off feed lane on the Valentina. Isaiah gonna go ahead and pick up this turtle. PC is gonna go ahead and pick up a kill as well. Almost got me right there with that name. But overall, that is a 5-4 so far, and you are gonna see Chubby pick up yet another neutral objective.
Yeah, it does look like whoever gets the best set is winning these turtles, right? Lolita with that aluminum blast, able to hit 3 targets right there. And the Trizla just unable to answer with the penalty zone. He just died so early, and you know, a lot of the gold is swinging a little bit back to Nation's Best right now. Chubby is still up by about 1k gold, and you know, with this Kadita looking in that roam position at that 1-2-3, he's not really making that significant impact as, you know, let's say a Lolita, because Lolita, you kind of just tank a lot of the damages and just able to check a lot of these bushes. But Kadita, one of those heroes that requires you to hit your spells correctly and the right time. They really have to figure out and conceal play.
You're going to see the Conceal rushing in, and the Thorn Rose. Darius going to pick up a kill, takes down Toxic with the Breath of the Ocean, but Storm rushing in, Blazing Duet. You are going to see the Cold Altar activated to sustain the damage, but Phantom's Executioner, you are seeing Vengeance be procced with the Terrify from Valentina. Poison going to pick up a kill, takes down Storm. That is going to be the marksman out for the side of the Nation's Best, and a huge advantage for Poison to be able to take this tier 1 turret on the top side.
Yeah, although Nation's Best was able to grab up a couple kills from Chubby in that last turtle fight, it does look like they're losing in some of these rotations, especially the gold lane and mid side right now.
You're seeing both teams fighting it out, and it looks like Smile's gonna be bursted down. A frown on his face right now, falling down. You're gonna see Isaiah pick up a kill, takes down Raz over there on the Julian jungle. That's gonna be a 2-for-none trade. And right now, I gotta say, like you said, after that first turtle, it seems like Chubby just starting to have a light switch flicker on, as you are going to see Darius pick up yet another kill. Is going to burst down Storm on the 3v1 gank for the battle of that tier 2 turret.
About almost 2.5k gold lead. 6 minutes in, Chubby is just dominating, grabbing kills up here and there, right? Lancelot actually opted to go for a brute force first item, and this is actually something that I have not seen before. Brute force, one of those items that is able to let you get a lot of movement speed and a lot of resist from both the magic and the physical side. And there is 4 people looking to start a fight, and they go in.
You see the Ocean's Oddity over there from this Kadita, and now the Thorn Rose Executioner is not going to go ahead and hit PC. He is going to be able to get out with barely any HP, but looking at Chubby focusing on the objectives, is going to go ahead and burst down the tier 1 turret for the mid lane.
Yeah, a lot of the spells are being traded around, but it does look like the side of Chubby has a lot of those utility spells like the Flicker, the Petri available. So it does look like they are looking to bully and maybe go a little bit aggressive, as you know, they are cutting that bot side. So they're really trying to make sure that they can get a lot of these towers early on before they start this first lord coming up.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful right now, as you are seeing Chubby be the dominant team, and the side of Nation's Best trying to be reactive, but not having the answers to hold off their aggressive play style. And now the Petrified Darius rushing in. You're going to see Valentina take down PC over there, though, and looking at Noka, going to go ahead and make his way into the base. But on the top side, you are seeing some pressure on that lane as well. Chubby just a little bit of everywhere, sprinkling their damage around the map and claiming objectives. And you are going to see the penalty zone going in from Izia. They are going to try and pick up a kill, but the Numion Blast flicker in for the double set. But Storm is not going to do any damage. That's going to be a wasted set. Now the Thorn Rose is going to go in, and Izia is going to pick up a kill, but the Executioner Strike takes down the Lolita. But look at TMB, 3v3. They are going to even out the odds, but Izia is going to take down Storm, and that is going to be a mega kill. But the Cold Altar for the sustainability, and now the IMU for the Cold Altar as well. Both teams trying to fight it out, trying to sustain themselves, fighting inside of this turret. But Valentina is going to prevail and take down for Rammus, leaving only Raz by himself, a one-man army. And Poiser is going to go ahead and shut that down.
What a huge fight, huge play coming in from Chubby's side, right? This Teresa just able to grab up the stun, completely just stopping that Blazing Duet coming in from Claude. And when the Lolita was able to flicker in, it was a good set, but onto two of the tankiest member, and Storm just not having that spell, not having that farm, unable to really do anything. And he is sitting at this 0-4-0, right? So Nathan's Best right now, I feel like they kind of have to look to give up this Lord, see if they can get any of these objectives on the other side of the map, because I don't think there's any way. And some of the items coming up is so interesting. Lancelot opted to go for that blade armor right after that brute force. Just so much defense going up against Chubby, and they do end up picking up this Lord. Poiser is able to pick up this Demon Hunter sword, and that really completes the Trinity build. And that really shows me, hey, you know, there's going to be a lot of gold difference going on to that map. Almost a 10k lead, Weezy. I don't really know what Nation's Best can do right now in order to get back into this game.
You know something funny about this? If you're looking at the items, Lolita, the tank for the side of Nation's Best, has less defensive items than Izia on the Teresa, and also the jungler on the opposing side. And that just shows you how overfarmed they are stepping into the mid phase of this game for the side of Team Chubby. But now the clash on the way. You are seeing the rough waves over there from Darius, almost able to push down PC, but he is going to rush out. And now the counterplay, Numion Blast for the triple set into the tier 2 turret. Who will win this clash? Cold Altar being activated. You are seeing the Nation's Best doing their best for the sustainability, but Izia is going to shut him down with the Execution Strike, takes down Smile on Lolita, and you are seeing Killer Spree by Darius taking out Julian. Poiser going to take down Noka. That is 3 members down, leaving only PC and Storm by themselves. And man, I gotta say, the aggressive tempo that Chubby is putting on today is unmatched.
Yeah, and the Lord is still marching down uncontested. Chubby's just showing that they have a different game plan. They came into this match prepared, and they are really showing that they are the better team in this MLSA scrim, right? And, you know, some of the things that happened in that team fight, it just doesn't look like Storm is able to really build up to that damage, because he just does not have enough gold happening right now. And the lead just widens and widens as this game goes. We're seeing almost a 12k difference right now, and I believe earlier on that first turtle, Nation's Best was still, you know, neck to neck in terms of Chubby, but this gold lead is just way too much. There's so much more items coming in from Chubby's side, and Nation's Best right now is just struggling so hard.
Yeah, definitely struggling a lot. You did see over there the Divine Glaive picked up from this Valentina for some additional damage, and looks like Martis is going to go ahead and get some magic defense himself with the Athena shield. And now, with their backs against the wall, down to their inhibitors, what would you say the Nation's Best needs to do to turn this around? But before that, might not even give them the opportunity. The concealed play has been opted in. I go Feline is going to take down Raz on the Julian, and now the puncture over there by Lancelot. Izia rushing with Execute Strike, shut down by a Storm over there on the Claude, and now the Numion Blast flickering in from the IMU. If Algo Feed Lane picking up a kill, takes down Storm, unstoppable. You already see PC take down Darius. Noka take down Algo Feed Lane. Mortal Coil is activated over there by this Martis, but the go away, as you are going to see Poiser just do that and get out of this engagement. But they were able to claim the inhibitor for the mid lane on the side of Nation's Best.
Well, here's the thing, right? The longer the game goes, the more that this gold difference does not make a difference. And, just able to pick up a couple kills, 3 kills actually onto the Chubby side. Nation's Best, again, just has to go for maybe some of these 1-for-1 trades, try to delay these games, try to farm up on some of these side lanes and make sure that they can take this jungle, because the more that the time goes, right, they just have to play defense. They kind of have to play a little bit scared and try to get that Luminum Blast, especially paired with the Flicker, and make sure that the AoE sets are going in, because it's going to be really, really hard. This 10k gold lead at 12 minutes is not something to just, to just throw away, because it just really means that a lot of the damage dealers like Melissa and Lancelot and even that Kadita almost has a full item comes up, and 4-man setting onto this Lord. They are going to be starting this Lord dance right now.
You are going to see TMB in the bush play, trying to get a possible pick off, but the Numion Blast a little early. He's going to go ahead and pick up a stun onto Darius. Is now immobilized with the enhanced change. Is going to use the rough ways to get out. Poiser pick him to kill. Takes down Toxic on the Julian. Meaning the side of the Nation's Best does not have Retribution. A huge play for the side of Chubby, but they are not done there. They're out for blood. Darius going to take down Noka. Poiser Unstoppable is going to take down Smile and Lolita. The Thorn Rose rushing in. Igo Feedlane is going to take down PC. That is 4 members down for the side of Nation's Best, and the full team of Chubby pushing in the mid lane to close this game out. Storm needs to have an answer. He needs the Blazing Duet. He needs something, but you are going to see Noka spawn in over there on this Faramis, trying to hold the team together. But look at the Nexus down to 25% HP, and you are going to see Chubby burst it down. And ladies and gentlemen, they take game 1.
Victory!
Wow. What an amazing performance coming in from Chubby. The scoreboard is 26-7, right? This is a 14-minute match. Lancelot 1, 0, and 20. Just making sure that he's able to soak up so much damage for his team and just go for these objectives. And his build is so unique to me. He has 2 of the best defensive items, that Antique and Athena's, along with the Blade Armor and Brute Force. And this is something that I have not seen quite a bit. And he was able to just dominate so well into that mid and late game phase, right? And Poiser on this Melissa, able to grab up some of the kills early, but just scored really well at a perfect game here, able to build up so many of those items and farm up. And I'll go feed lane again. He was able to dominate, especially with some of the Luminum Blasts, some of the cold altars. He just had that ultimate available wherever he went. And we cannot forget about the Terizla, the penalty zone, that impact on that first turtle, and especially towards that late game, it was just grabbing so many people, canceling so many people's ult. And again, Darius on this Kadita, roaming Kadita. We haven't seen this quite often, but it just shows you that Chubby's roamer has a lot of hero deaths in his kit. And let's go into some of the data that is going to be coming out real soon, right? A lot of kill participation, pretty even kill participation coming in from all sides, but the one that does stand out is going to be this Lancelot. Again, he didn't do so much damage, only at 12%, but able to soak up 24 damage taken, and just proven that that tank Lancelot is going to be really good. And some of the tower pushing, of course, goes to that Melissa, but the highest damage dealt is going to be belonging to that Valentina. Able to get 28%, able to use that IMU and some of his basic skills to be able to just get a lot of the damage coming in from the side of Chubby. And don't go anywhere, we will be right back. This will be game 2, Chubby versus the Nation's Best, and Chubby is up by 1.
Definitely up by 1, and the question is, how is TMB going to respond? Man, that was an insane game, right? Chubby had all the answers. It looked in favor of TMB on that first skirmish when they picked up first blood, but after that moment, something just flicked online for Chubby, and they did not stop, and they're just living up to the name. When you get overfed, you get Chubby, and that's how Team Chubby was made, I'm assuming, because ladies and gentlemen, that was a show. And like UA said, it has not stopped there, as that is only game 1 in this series of a best of 3 between 2 amazing teams, TMB, the Nation's Best, and Chubby. But for game 2, I want to see a little bit of stronger pressure from TMB in the early game. It's like they kind of gave things out too easily, and they also wasted a lot of utility too early. So being patient also is something you have to kind of hone in on, especially with the utilities that you provide for your team. We saw a lot of Numion Blasts going out and only getting a single set, and that was on a roam. So definitely have to look out for that moving forward. But ladies and gentlemen, like UA said, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you guys for match 2 of Series 1, TMB versus Chubby.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Atlanta Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and officially on week 5, day 1 of season 2, and seeing 6 amazing teams competing in 3 series of best of 3s. And right now, on the second game for Series 1, we are looking at 2 amazing teams going head-to-head, and that is going to be the nation's best versus Team Chubby. And right now, Chubby, having all the answers for Game 1, is able to claim that, and that's going to give him a possible match point for a sweep in Match 2. But the nation's best, we need to see them get online. We need to see them have some answers in the early phase to not let Chubby be as dominant and get that snowball trifecta. So, moving forward, I do want to see the nation's best kind of have a little bit more answers in the game. The draft was solid, but it was the gameplay that kind of costed them. So it's going to be an interesting game indeed for match 2. And also, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of interesting, a new caster on the desk for the analysts to break down these items and keys to victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Marvy is in the building, and I will be your guys' play-by-play. So definitely show my man some love. How you doing today, Marvy?
I'm doing great.
Excited to see these teams?
Excited these teams. To be honest, hold up.
Did you what would you say about like game 1? Did you get to catch how explosive that was?
Yeah, it was really interesting. Like I saw a lot of gameplays going on, and basically
yeah, it was a lot of I want to say it was kind of like that one-sided story that we kind of seen. Like you saw Shelby kind of be more dominant. We didn't really see a lot of the neutral objectives. None of the turtles or even the lords go to the side of TMB. So I guess if you were the side of TMB, what would you do to kind of turn this back around in your favor to try and take game 2?
I would mostly go for counter picks on the basically ban out some heroes that wouldn't cause a lot of trouble to me, because
yeah, definitely having to go for the counter picks is something you have to watch out for. I definitely agree with that. I feel like they did okay in the draft, but like even sometimes when you see teams with the perfect draft, I feel like it's down to like the macro and the micro, you know, the synergy. And I don't know. I feel like even if they have the perfect draft, we just need to see them operate on their picks. I think they had a solid draft in the last game, but we just didn't really see much pressure, right? We see them be more the reactive team. We see Chubby kind of take everything on the board with no contest. And now looking at the draft so far, you are going to see that Joy taking out that Valentina. And on the side of TMB, looks like they're going to go ahead and ban out this Faramis and the Fredrin. So right now, a lot is still on the table for both sides. You are looking at possible another ban on the way. It is going to be this R-Lots who we've seen kind of dominate time and time again with recent patches. And actually brand new hero. He's not even allowed in NP. I've been honestly thinking of that, making him allowed in MLSA, because you never know. I wonder if they're going to make him available in NACT or not. But looking at the ban so far, with everything being locked in, the Kaja is still available, and it looks like Darius is going to go ahead and take that up, which means he is going to have some suppression, and that's going to be a strong pick to possibly take down some of the marksmans and possibly go into the gold lane for a gank and burst down the marksmans as well.
Yeah, we see that they took Kaja. Kaja is really a strong hero that can pick out one hero out of the other teams. And we can also see that Storm got that 1-1 that is really powerful on his side.
Yeah, the 1-1 is definitely a strong pick, and Storm is a 1-1 main, so that makes it even stronger. Sometimes even heroes that are not meta in the right hands can outpower heroes who are meta. And Storm is definitely one of those individuals who can make it happen, but when you are seeing Darius on this Kaja, it may give him a little bit of trouble, so he is going to have to watch out for that. Speaking of roams, though, Noka is going to go ahead and lock up this Kufra nice and early for the side of TMB for the roam.
Yeah, Kufra could be a really strong tank, and his ultimate is really powerful, and we need to see a lot of good sets so woman can shine her way through the game. And we see that Julian got picked as well, and Julian is a strong hero that can go different lanes, like the jungle and mid lane, mostly, that I see.
Yeah, the Julian's a strong pick, too, because it's a flex hero, so you never know where it's going to go. But if they are going to lock in this Khalid, which is not your traditional XP laner, and Chubby always just picking things that catches us off guard, right? They had the Teresa and now possible Khalid, but no, they're going to go Kimmy. You just don't know which direction this wheel is spinning, and that is going to be a Kimmy locked in, and I'm wondering where it's going to go. Is this going to be a Kimmy in the gold lane? Is this going to be a Kimmy in the mid? Is this going to be a Kimmy jungle? You never know, because all three heroes selected so far on the side of Chubby are flex picks.
Yeah, Kimmy is really a gold lane hero mostly that I've seen, and I mean you can slot Kimmy in the you can slot her in the mid lane as well, since she is a magic dealer.
Yeah, and she can do a lot of damage too if left unchecked, and she can also spam it as well. So I think we've all gone against the crazy Kimmy a few times in the Land of Dawn. But speaking of crazy, speaking of early game, Raz is going to go ahead and secure the mage. She's going to go ahead and lock in this Lilia, which is not really going to maybe work in their favors. I'm not really seeing a strong frontline presence to need it. And not to mention, you have Darius on this Kaja, and the Kaja is a direct counter for it, right? One of the things that Lilia shines for is the black shoes. Able to get out just in time, regain majority of your HP from a few seconds ago, and with that Kaja in play, if he does hit him with that Divine Judgment, there is no black shoes. It could be an instant burst, so you are going to have to watch out for that, and I probably would have opted in more for like an artillery mage or maybe something, or maybe not even slotting the mage at all this early. But with looking at that solidify from the side of TMB, they do have early game damage, right? They have the 1-1 with the Inspire. They have the Lilia, which is one of the best early game mages as well. But when you look at the late game, you're going to have to see Randall or Storm on this 1-1 be able to seal the deal. And with that being said, with the 1-1, typically 1-1s are overly aggressive. So with that aggression, it can cost him. Is if that Kaja is in that bush, I'm expecting Darius to get some great sets. So on the side of TMB, keys to victory for Storm, I would say play safe, wait for the right opportunity, and then engage.
Yeah, we see that Lancelot got banned when basically it was, I think it was the Chubby side that picked Lancelot, and it was a tank Lancelot, something you don't really see out here, mostly damage Lancelot. But Lilia is mostly a mid a mid game mage, she does burst out many heroes out. Just like she can burst out Kimmy and also Julian before, and she can do a lot of burst damage to them. And Kaja is really a good counter for Lilia.
Yeah, so you are going to have to watch out with that counter pick being available. And now, speaking of bans, we are looking at the glue taken off the board. That Lancelot that you just mentioned, who was that tank build, has been taken down from the side of TMB. It looks like they don't want another go-around of that. And on the side of Chubby, they took out the Lapu Lapu, they took out the Fanny, trying to limit the XP lane, and also the jungler for the side of TMB. And right now, looking at what's on the table, looks like they are going to possibly go in for the Cho. Now, the Cho in this situation, I'm not really sure it's the best, but it's not the worst. You are going to have to, I mean, he can use his Jumpu when that Kaja does rush in. I don't know if it'll actually negate it, though. Maybe it will. I mean, maybe I'll learn something today. But that is going to be PC locking in this Cho, which is going to go in the roam position for TMB.
Yeah, also Cho is a strong XP laner, but mostly see him in tank as a roamer. And maybe there's a Hanzo gameplay here because I never see Hanzo in the MLSA. Hanzo getting a lot of pick. It's really out meta jungle.
Yeah, the Hanzo, it's interesting, right? It actually appeared in MDL out of nowhere. It was pulled out in MDL. I believe it was as a roam. And it kind of dominated, and then some teams kind of like started pulling him back. Even in MPL, I seen a Hanzo recently for the Philippines. But looks like they're not going to go ahead and slot that in for the MLSA just yet. And Porz is going to go ahead and lock in this Yuzong to give a little bit of sustainability and mobility for the XP lane, which means looking at the draft so far, where is Julian going to go?
Maybe they put them in as a co-laner or a mid laner, honestly, because Kimmy can go on that gold. Kaja can be a good roamer as well. And I see that they picked out Savannah, something you don't normally see as a jungler.
Yeah, the Savannah definitely deadly with that Imperial Justice. If you're not careful, you'll be trapped in there. And the only thing to really stop her is CC, but you do have that Yuzong to be able to jump on him with the Furious Dive. You also have the Julian, so I'm not really sure how much this will profit, but this is going to be a Savannah in the jungle, though, not the XP lane, which means this is going to be an interesting match. Cho is going to be the XP lane. Matter of fact, because they have a Kufra on their side, so there's going to be a Kufra versus a Yuzong, okay? So Yuzong is going to have to play a little safe and not fight in that mid lane, as if he does, Cho's definitely going to be able to get that way of the dragon and kick him into his turret. I know we all have dealt with this before in the XP lane. I'm an XP lane myself. What's your main role, Marvy?
My main role is mage, of course.
Mage, okay. So if you're looking at the mages so far, right? We're looking at a Julian in the mid lane, and it is going to be going up against a Lilia. What would you say, like, for both of these heroes, things they would have to kind of do for their team to kind of get this early advantage?
Lilia, I want her like to go to the back lane because she's like the main focus damage dealer there right now because she is a early damage dealer right now, and also to mid. But like Julian, till she gets to level 3, he can't do much, you know.
Yeah, you're definitely right on that. Until he gets level 3, he's not going to have too much of an impact, but he is going to have his enhanced skills at level 3 prior to everybody else on the team having level 4. And if they don't stack it right and rotate right, Nation's Best might not have level 4 for the first neutral objective, which can give this Julian an advantage for I'll go feed lane. But looking on the top side, you are seeing some presence over there. A little bit of action already from the Cho, from PC and Isaiah, but looking in the bush, you are going to see Darius hit with the G Kundo and the dash out, the jump but hit with the enhanced chains, the immobilization, forcing the flicker out of PC, but he is going to go into the tier 1 turret alive. But now the 4-man rotation shot essence activated onto low. He is going to be bursted down first blood into the hands of Skills with that knockup. And that is going to be that knockout strike securing that kill. And I got to say, first blood already for Team Chubby. This is looking kind of familiar to game 1 with them having a lot of the answers in the early phase. And Nation's Best not finding a way around it. And with their composition, right, with that being their jungler taken out this early, that's going to kind of delay her farm compared to Skills on this Paquito jungle.
Yeah, she did die early, and we see that she's not level 3 yet, and Turtle is coming up soon.
Yep, and there goes the turtle right there, and it looks like the side of the nation's best is going to go ahead and pull the aggro.
We see that,
See the Black Dragon hovering over. Lowe's going to pick up the Retribution. Huge advantage for Nation's Best. They needed the answer. Darius going to take down PC. Skill's going to take down Lowe's to respond. A 2-for-none trade, but they were not able to secure the turtle for the side of Chubby. And you are going to see Izia go ahead and take down Raz as well. 3 members falling from that engagement. And right now, even though Chubby didn't get that turtle, overall, they're still winning these objectives.
Yeah, they won that. Chubby won that team fight, and you can tell that there are a stronger team for now, like right now, and we need more like damage with the heroes, cause
yeah, definitely gonna need a little bit more damage. And right now, speaking of damage, looking at the items so far, what would you kind of say about it? Like if you're looking at the, let's just look at the mages so far with what they're building.
We see that Lilia is going for the Enchanting Book, and Julian is going for the Genius Wand, I think.
And Julian's gonna have, I feel like in this game so far, like it's gonna be down to the synergy and rotations again. And right now, Chubby leading the way 4-0. They did lose the first turtle. That's gonna give them a little bit of the farm economy in their favor. They're up by 2,000 gold, up by 4 kills, and also a possible match point for a sweep. And you are seeing TNB on the back end trying to find some answers, trying to find a way to stop them from getting this early game advantage that we've seen inside of game 1. And if they're not careful, this may turn into a snowball that they cannot stop.
Yeah, there's the fight.
You're going to see Skills take down low. Down goes the Savannah jungle yet again. 3 deaths so far. Not the best start, especially for the jungle, but on the bottom side, Storm getting a little comfortable, even though his team is down, showing his mastery over this 1-1 right now, kind of putting some pressure onto Poiser on the bottom side.
Yeah, we see that that 1-1 is 0-0-0. Normally trying to like shine through, because the national best is gonna need help from 1-1 soon in that late game.
So we are seeing Turtle go to the side of Chubby this time. Nation's Best was able to take the first one, and I'm not going to count Nation's Best out of this right now, just not this early, but something they'll have to do to turn this in their favor is instead of going for these neutral objectives, they're already so far down in the economy, about 3,000 gold now. They need to just fight it out in the bottom lane. They need to put some pressure onto Poiser, who is running this non-traditional marksman, and if they can shut him down, they may have an easier time, as he does have the Purify. But on the top side, Skills with the mega kill is going to shut down Load yet again, but the way the Dragon for the knockup onto Skills, and the G Condell for the double set, but the double knockout strike and the turret damage. PC is going to take out Isaiah, and he's going to survive that 2v1 trade and pick up a kill on his way back to the base. And right now, that is going to be the first kill on the side of Nation's Best. That's a little bit of an answer, but it's not enough. They need to continue winning these engagements and also prioritizing these objectives. Like, they got to put some pressure in that gold lane. They need to stop this Kimmy over there for Poiser before it's too late.
Yes, we see that Chubby is in a 3k gold lead, and we see that they're all huddled up where Kimmy is, the gold lane, because they need to get that 1-1 fed for that late game, and we see that.
Nope, right on the money. As you are going to see, the Divine Judgment, I go feet lane is going to pick up the kill with the enhanced change, takes down Storm, and now Skill's going to take down again the Sylvanna in the jungle in the mid lane. And you are going to see a double kill from Alco feet lane on the Jewel lane. He's going to take down Noka, and down goes the tier 1 turret in the mid as well from Skills. And right now, again, a one-sided story. Chubby on fire, not letting their foot off the gas, and you are seeing the Nation's Best looking like a deer in the front of headlights.
They took out that 1-1, and now she's practically kind of unfed right now. But that gives more Kimmy advantage for that gold lane.
It is going to give him a slight advantage, but you are going to see a turret fall. Kimmy is going to go ahead and pick that up. It's going to give Storm even a harder time on his 1-1 now, having to play a little bit safer. Skills is going to pick up this turtle. Black Dragon hovering over. Izia is going to drop down. You are going to see the Divine Judgment going in, but the suppress Izia picking up the kill, takes down Low. Dragon Tail in the enhanced version. Skills going to get a monster kill, takes down PC, and also finds a kill onto Noka for the double, and that is going to be 12-1. Chubby leading the way, and now Raz caught between a rock and 3 hard places. Skills with a double knockout strike. He's going to pick up a legendary kill and burst him down on that tier 2 turret.
Akito's really fed right now. And we see that their jungler is not fed because we see that Savannah is on 6 deaths right now. And that's not going good for the nation's best right now.
Yeah, you're definitely right. But if you are looking at Storm, he was able to pick up the Corrosion Scythe and also the Demon Hunter Sword. So he does have 2 of his core items. He doesn't have the Steel Leg Plate, though, and I'm not a marksman myself, but I believe he kind of needs that. But you are going to see Igo Feed Lane activating the killing spree. Is going to take down Norka. You are going to see Storm, though, pick up a kill on the bottom side. A little bit of that gold lane bully is going to go ahead and take down Izia on this Yuzong, and now an opportunity to take the tier 1 turret uncontested. You already see Mega Kill picked up. Julian gonna go ahead and burst down Loathe. They're just finding their way into Loathe right now. He's 0-7-0 right now in the jungle, but little battle on the way, a lot of action. Poizer's gonna burst down Storm. Both of them playing Russian roulette down to the last HP, but it looks like Poizer was able to kind of prevail in that engagement, and now making his way up into this tier 2 turret. Looking at Noka in the bush. Is gonna go ahead and provide some vision, but it's still a one-sided story. They were able to take the tier 1 turret on the bottom side, so that's one advantage for the nation's best. But right now, with the gold deficit down by 8,000 gold, they have to play safe. They cannot venture off, as they're going to get those solo pickoffs that the side of Chubby is kind of banking on, as they definitely have the advantage in terms of the map to be able to invade and claim a lot of these mistakes that the nation's best can make.
We see that, and down in bot lane, the second turret got down.
Yeah, you are going to see the second turret fall as well, and that's going to be down to the inhibitor right now. Storm is on his comfort pick, but without the team around to help him in that gold lane, you saw Chubby kind of take him down. The only advantage they really had right there, and now, speaking of advantages, Chubby's going to go ahead and secure this first Lord.
Storm's going to have to shine later if they can, like, secure this Lord as well, like burst it out before it can get in.
Yeah, they are going to have to go ahead and play a little safe with that Lord coming in. It's going to be a slight advantage for the side of Chubby to kind of push in some of these tier 2 turrets. And if I am the nation's best right now, I am playing safe. For the love of God, do not push out at all. If they are going to take this turret, let it go, as we cannot afford to take these fights. We are down by 10,000 gold now. This is a huge snowball. We are only 10 minutes in. We have just now hit the mid game, and with that 10k gold lead, that is a lot of items being slotted from Chubby. And looking at Chubby, right on the mark, is going to rush in with that maximum charge onto Storm. But now Storm, the plan of his own, is going to possibly get the weakness punch. But no! Skills with the legendary kill is going to burst him down with the double heavy left punch. And you are going to see Poizer pick up a kill. He's going to go ahead and slay Noka over here. And they're also going to claim the tier 2 turret for the top side in favor of Chubby. Definitely the one-sided story, and we got to see the nation's best turn this around, and I'm not sure they can with the amount of gold lead that Chubby has and the mistakes that nation's best continues to make. This may be a possible early finish, because you are seeing the Lord and the team of Chubby push in, opening up the base on the bottom side. It's down goes that inhibitor turret, and now Kimmy rushing in, bursting down PC. He is going to make it back to the base, but you are going to see Lord get bursted down from the side of the nation's best to respawn, and that is going to be a push out for Chubby. They're not going to continue to take this fight. They're going to play a little bit passive, but no, a different plan from TMB. The way of the dragon, knocking skills airborne, but was that the right decision? Now both teams fighting it out, and not really sure if that was the right answer, right? You were not able to have a pick off there. Your team doesn't even have the items needed to do it, but the Imperial Justice rushing into the Petrify. Too much CC for this Savannah to handle. And you also are going to see Darius fall in that process. One member off the board for both sides. And I got to say, the Savannah, we thought it was interesting, and then sliding it into the jungle, not really profiting. 0-8-1 right now, and with them being down, that is going to be an advantage for Chubby to possibly close this out. Even if it's 4-4, they are so overfarmed that they may be able to close this out, or if not, at least take some more of these inhibitor turrets for the side of the nation's best.
As you said, that Sylvana isn't really working out. I thought it would do a better job, honestly, in the jungle. And to be honest, if I was a national best, I would really just stay and defend the turret till that Wama gets really outfarmed so she can shine during the game.
Yeah, you make an excellent point right there, as you are seeing the win of nature picked up over there by Wan Storm to kind of give him an advantage on the physical damage, but you're still going up against a Julian, a Kimmy, and also a Kaja, so I'm not really sure that's going to help too much, especially with them having a little bit of that farm in their favor. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this Lord as well, and with this Lord being in their hands, this may be all Chubby needs to kind of put the fire out for the nation's best, who's trying to hold on by a little flame. And I don't know how much longer or how much more they can withstand right now as they're sitting at a two-legged table, and you are going to see the fight on the way. Chubby is out for blood, out for the early finish. Storm is going to shut down skills, though. And right now, trust in Storm. Put all your energy into him. He can kind of turn this around for the team. He is running the wall on one of those heroes. If you are able to get the weakness points, if you can wait to the late game and get all your items, he can turn the tide around. With that crossbow Tang, he's invulnerable. He can do a lot of damage, but still has to watch out for this Kaja. And right now, you are still seeing Chubby not even phased by it. They are going to go ahead and close in on the tier 1 or inhibitor turret for the top side, and Darius is going to go ahead and shut that down. We are going to see Lord make his way into the Nexus, but a possible clash on the way. Looks like Poiser, no contest. He's going to go ahead and take this inhibitor, and that's going to leave the base of Nation's Best defenseless. Only a hope and a dream and 5 members to kind of fend off the full team of Chubby, who's still sitting strong. They only lost their tier 1 turret on the bottom side, and I think this is just a difference in terms of synergy, right? The Nation's Best, a little bit of a newer team. Chubby, one of the top teams in the MLSA, so this is what you get, right? This is just a taste of what comes with hard work and dedication, and hopefully Nation's Best going forward can kind of rewatch this and look at some of the mistakes they had and grow upon that. But right now, it's like Chubby doesn't care. They don't care if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. It doesn't matter who it is. So looking at this match so far, with Chubby having the advantage 14 minutes in, looks like they are going to play a little safe. They're going to wait for this next Luminous Lord, or possibly going for a concealed play for a pickoff if the Nation's Best does overextend out into the jungle. As you are seeing Yuzong over there on Izia giving some vision. Imperial Justice going in from low, not going to be able to connect on the stun. And that is a huge ultimate down just to check that bush. And now the concealed play, realizing the ultimate is out. Skills is going to shut down low. That was personal. And now the crossbow tank activating their last line of offense. And now with that not really doing any damage to Izia, they are going to go ahead and rush in for the finish. Immortality being procced. You are seeing the Tyrant's Rage winded up but canceled out. And now Storm going to pick up a kill, takes down Izia. Poiser taking down Noka. Look at Darius though, trying to get away, but Storm have another plan. He's going to pick up a double kill. Trust in Storm. He is all they have to rely on right now in terms of damage, and I'm not sure he'll be able to close this out as he does not have his crossbow Tang no more. And dangerously low, you are going to see the maximum charge missing PC by a thread. And right now, with 3 members on Chubby, they are going to have to disengage from this as Paquito is very low. He's going to go ahead and opt in on that spell vamp to be able to, or actually he's going to recall to the base to get majority of his HP back. And it looks like the Nation's Best is going to live another day for a possible fight and also a possible contest on this Lord. But I don't even think they can contest this. Still down by about 9,000 gold right now.
We can see that the warm one is getting her items so she can do a lot of damage soon when she gets that crossbow. And we see that Lilia got that defense item for mostly I see Kimmy and Julian, but we can see that they're contesting Lord right now.
It looks like they're trying to find a way to contest it, but Izia is going to go ahead and block that off. He's going to go ahead and put up a roadblock over there in the jungle, and it looks like the Lord was secured by Chubby with no contest. And now with no inhibitors on their side, what would you say the Nation's Best has to do to kind of contest a full 5-man team up by about almost 10,000 gold and a Luminous Lord marching down the mid lane?
I would say defend. You have to defend so it says game over, you know. But you need to rely on that marksman because she is the main damage dealer right now. Because
Yeah, you are going to have to trust in Storm on the 1-1. And now the Black Dragon is going to hover in. Isaiah is going to drop in. The Suppression Divine Judgment. Poison's going to shut down Storm. That's all they needed to secure this game. And now Lode's going to pick up his first kill. Takes down Isaiah. Raz going to take down Skills. But wait a minute. Clash still on the way. Can Nation's Best turn this around with Storm not on the board? You are seeing Poison still in effect, though. He is that marksman, and now with the minions inside of the base, he is going to try and burst down the Nexus, but no. You're going to see the bouncing ball from Cooper, the way the Dragon for the knockup, pushing Poison back, but they are not finished. You are going to see an unstoppable kill from Huggle Feed Lane. It's going to go ahead and shut down Loathe on the Savannah Jungle, and now Unstoppable takes down Noka. That's going to be 2 kills in his hands, but wait a minute. You are still seeing Toxic, Raz, and you are also seeing PC still trying to hold him off, but the Nexus is getting chipped down piece by piece. Every wave of minions is slowly making their way up there, but you're still seeing some good defense. It looks like they may be able to hold this off until their remaining 2 members spawn back in, but no, maybe not, as you are seeing the enhanced chains of monster kill. Down goes Storm, and that is going to be the marksman out. And the Divine Judgment for the CC onto PC. He is going to dash out with the jump poo, but a monster kill by Poison to shut him down, leaving only Raz by himself. This is the longest Nexus fight I have ever seen. But now, with the inch-by-inch damage over there from Poison, ladies and gentlemen, Chubby's going to take the first series with a sweep against Nation's Best.
I thought that they could have defended that, but it seems that I was kind of mistaken. And we can see that Sylvana didn't do that great on that jungle with those 10 Zs that she got by getting outpicked a lot. And Juan was doing her best to get to her last item so she can do much, but I saw that Katja outpicked her twice already, so that was the game for Chubby.
Yeah, you were able to see Chubby kind of dominate, even looking at the statistics and looking at Randall, right? We seen him kind of come online, even though everything was stacked against them, and still not enough to hold him off, but I gotta give him credit and tip my hat toward him. But ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna go ahead and seal the deal on Series 1. Chubby's gonna take down the Nation's Best in a sweep. And now going forward, we still have some amazing series on the way. Dark Immortals going up next, up against Onage, a team I've never seen before. And I'm excited to see them compete for their first time, their debut in the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy in a best of 3. And then to close out the day for Series 3, we are going to be seeing Fnatic Esports, one of the top of the line teams we've seen compete in the MLSA, go up against Team Caliber to close out the day. So don't go anywhere, grab some popcorn, get some drinks, and we'll be right back with you guys for Series 2.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously. now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They've been talking to me on me. You know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories. And something that's gotta give. Cause it's just what I made it now. I made it now. You can't ever break us down. Break us down. All these pictures for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not. And I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop. Yeah.
Touch your sky. You're made of silver and gold. Touch your sky. You're the greatest future now. You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. The fire in our eyes will be as strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, you take your aim, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I got the controls. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now. I just wanna make it burn. Don't let me down, don't let it all fall. I'm on the road, accomplish all of my goals. And I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch your sky. You're made of silver and gold. Touch your sky. You're the greatest future now. You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. The fire in our eyes will be as strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, pick your aim, you know that this is.
Coming for the game, cause we ready for the victory.
So turn it up, turn it up, turn it all the way up.
All you get your hands up, all you raise your hands up. Listen to what you feel and say. We gon' turn it up tonight. We gon' turn it up. We gon' turn it up.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Of course, honey bunch.
Papa never returned home. He's among the stars now. But what about me?
Have faith, little flare.
Now this is a wonder to behold.
It's time to make the most of the moment. I'm Hoon, I'm mid-lane for the Valley, and I'm ready.
I graduated high school a few months ago. Yeah. We dare to be great.
Dude, that's perfect. One more second.
Hello, my name is Fly Chicken. I'm XP lane from the Valley. Let's go.
Hey, it's basic. Again.
Alright, I like that.
We dare.
And action.
We dare to improve. Hey, it's basic. Coordinator for the Valley. Let's go.
Say hi. Hi.
3 wasn't good enough.
There you go. One more time.
3 wasn't good enough.
One more time. You got a better one again.
Hi, I'm Chuck. I'm late son for the Valley. Let's go.
You see my chapped lips on the camera? Like here a little bit? Don't disrespect the US of A. One more.
Hi, I'm Moba Zane, Jungle for the Valley, and we're ready.
I want to fight Yahweh from the Eagle team from Philippines.
Definitely RRQ. They've done so much for Mobile Legends, and you could tell just by the amount of fans that they have. They've also been so driven. I mean, they've been in Mobile Legends for years and years and years, and they've always been pretty good. They've always, even when they weren't doing as well, even in this MPL, they bounced back in the second half of the season. And I have a lot of respect for them. They brought a lot for Mobile Legends. And in the Philippines, it probably blacklist because they're actually the first team that, even after winning a World Cup, they just stayed driven, stayed focused, and now they're on their way to having a chance of getting their second World Cup win.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home.
Valley are going to end
Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure.
I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here talking to me only if you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something that's gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now. You can't ever break us down. I'll be speechless for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not. And I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Touch your sky, you're made of silver and gold. Touch your sky, you're the greatest ocean.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of Dawn. We are the MLSA, the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, officially on week 5, day 1 of season 2, series 2, and 2 amazing teams. What's that, 3-2 so far? That make that 4. Teams are ready to go. We are looking at Dark Immortals versus Ownage in a best of 3 for the second series. And the question is who will prevail. And then after that, we are going to close out the day with Fnatic Esports going up against Caliber. Now, on to the match. 2 amazing teams ready to go toe-to-toe. Dark Immortals. They come from that Immortals Trilogy franchise. And Dark Immortals was one of the strong ones. I like to call them the big brothers. And they are going up against Ownage, a team I have never seen before in the MLSA. And so I love seeing teams make their debut, and I'm expecting a lot of great things as they're going up against a team who's been here since season 1, a veteran, if I may say so myself, and I've definitely been seeing their skill level scale through the seasons. And now, joined on the desk, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him in the Valentine Dash, making his way into the MLSA for season 2. Raz is in the building for your analyst to break down these items and also keys to victory, and I will be your play-by-play. How you doing, Raz?
I'm doing great, actually. You know what? Let's hope this match becomes a great learning opportunity for this team owners. You know, they are a new team. So let's just see how they play. So, you know, going into this draft, you know, we do see Dark Immortals. Who knows if Team Ownage has a little advantage on them since they are, you know, as you said, that little branch off of Immortals. Who knows? They might know their comfort picks. But let's just see how this goes. You know, we do see Dark Immortals at a little disadvantage, not knowing who they are, but as I said, we never know who these teams are going to ban. So in my own opinion, for the top ban picks, it would be, for me, honestly, it would be Joy. But Weezy, in your own opinion, who do you feel like they just can't, like a hero that can't be countered?
A hero that can't be countered?
Yeah.
I say the Kadita. The Kadita is probably one of the few heroes that can't be countered. Yeah, I would definitely say Kadita. Because there's not really much you can go up against her. I mean, maybe you pull out a Kaz and try and grab her, but she can just run the Purify. So, I don't know. I feel like that might be one of the hardest heroes to counter. But I feel like, in a sense, every hero has a counter, but she definitely has the least amount of them. But, I mean, we've seen it slotted in this game, not this game, but this series, for Series 1. We've seen it first picked on the second side, and I think some more teams should do that, as she has a strong presence. She's a flex player. She can be a roam. She can be the mage. You never know. And so I'm definitely a fan of that. And that was one of the hardest questions I've ever been asked. I had to sit there and look through them like, hero that can't be countered. But if you're talking about a player that can't be countered, you know, if you want to ask me that question, I got that answer as well. I actually would have had that a lot faster for you too.
But, you know, just looking at these drafts right now, we do
Dang,
see...
Raj, you didn't even ask me what the player was.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, fine. You know what, Weezy, who is this player then? Who is it?
Steph Teasy. But you might know him as Steph Weezy. But looking at the draft so far, you are seeing the Julian, you are seeing the Barats and the Glue taken out for the side of Ownage. And on the opposing side for Dark Immortals, looks like they're going to go ahead and take out the Fanny, Fredrin, and Arlott.
You know, we do see, as I do know, Fanny is a menace, so I could do see why they did ban out, especially Fredrin in the jungle. You know, he is a walking Petri, as everyone knows him as. But the Arlott, you know, he is that new hero, but as I said, if you know any good Arlott players, he is a really, it can be a really annoying hero to deal with. But these bans, you know, especially with these picks, oh, who knows, look, we're looking at Dark Immortals. Probably watching the stream right now, picking up that Kadita, you know, as you did say, she doesn't have a counter, but who knows, if you know how to play her right, hey, she can be a little unstoppable. You know, we do see Team Ownage picking up the Kufa, you know, with that magic ball and that Tyrant Rage, hopefully to get a good set for their team, and picking up that Joy. You know, she is very hard to catch if you don't have a hero that can suppress her. We do see Kaja walking still, so who knows, we can see Dark Immortals picking up that Kaja, but this could be a mid, support, you know, a roam Kadita and a mid Valentina, but who knows, we just see how this match goes. And we do see, you know, Team Ownage picking up this mage, the Vexana. How do you feel about this pick, with Vexana?
I'm still taking notes. You said Kaja Bandit or is a counter to Joy. Okay, I got that checked off. I'm just taking notes, Raz. Okay, I'm trying to add some stuff to the books. But you asked me about the Kaja, right? How I feel about it.
How do you feel about this Vexana? She's when you picked this mage, how do you feel about it?
The Vexana. Oh, that's tough, man. I'm not really a fan of Vexana when there's not a glue on the board. So without glue being there, I mean, I guess best case scenario, Rock Bomba doesn't profit from it. So it is a possible good denial to allow him some decent utility from that IMU that he is going to be pulling out. So that may work in his favor, and that may be why he slotted it. But honestly, I feel like with that Kadita being taken out, that's not the worst option. It can work, but that is going to give him some set potential, right? You do have the Kufa, you also have the Vexana, but the question is, who are they going to have for the late game? The Joy was slotted in. There is no suppression on the table. Kaja still hasn't been picked. And I think right now, when you do get to your last ban for the side owners, they have to take out the Kaja. If they do deny that, then that is going to force the Franco to possibly be pulled out from the side of Dark Monos. If they don't slot that Franco in, it might be an easy time for Flux, no matter what lane he plays in. He can be the XP lane. He can still be the jungle. Time will tell.
That is true, but to be honest, for a late game hero, as you just said, Kaja's still walking, they do need to ban out this Kaja, but if they do slide in this Franco, as you said, who knows, they might have a good Franco on their team, or they just know how to hook. It could be a basic hook, we just need a suppress hero just to control that Joy. But as you, for your answer earlier, who would be a good late game hero? We do see Dark Immortals with that Brody. Brody with his core items late game can tear down towers, especially tear down a team. Once he marks you and then his with his Abyss, I think Abyss Strike. Basically when he just marks you and ults you, he's just you're almost instant dead. And we do see them picking up that Ling as a jungle, but who they're hovering over this Ling, Ling can straight go for their backline, can go straight for the Vexana, go in, use his Templates of Blade to escape. But who knows? This lineup would be a perfect Ling game, but it might be hard to catch that Joy, and then also that Kufa, he needs to watch out. But for looking at Dark Immortals lineup, and because I know you are, I believe, an XP lane or a jungle, Weezy, who do you think would be a good jungle player?
Well, I did see something I haven't seen in literally a year and a half, probably more. That is gonna be an alpha slot. I had to click on him to check his name. When is the last time you seen an alpha on a team, Raz?
Oh my goodness, it's been many seasons. But this could be a jungle or EXP, but looking at Dark Immortals hovering over this Aldous, it could be an EXP, but only time can tell. But just looking at Omega Esports or the new team, but their draft, how do you feel about their lineup?
Well, looking at Omega so far, I'm not really seeing an answer to Flux over there on the Joy. The Vexana can work in theory, but she is going to have to watch out. She does not have mobility in her favor, but she does have the Flame Shot to kind of give that knockback. But wait a minute. I thought these heroes were extinct, and when did they come back? Okay, I was about to go crazy if he would have locked in that Alduus, but looks like they are going to go in for the Hayabusa, something we've seen a little bit more common. But looking right now for Onage, I mean, I like the Moskov pick. He definitely can deal a lot of damage. We've seen CW dominate with him in M4. We've seen teams in the MLSA kind of with a similar fashion pull him out. And also in the Valentine Dash, we've seen a lot of Moskov players. So I don't think you can go wrong with that. And also the Brody on the opposing side, one of the strongest marksmen. Honestly, my favorite marksman for obvious reasons. But other than that, still my favorite marksman as well, because he's been very dominant in the gold lane, right? You don't really see too many people be able to burst him down. He can play from afar. He had the corrosive strike to be able to go in for that stun, and it's honestly a counter to Ling if you play it right. So, but looking at both sides, I'm gonna swing you this question, Raz. For the first turtle, who do you think will be able to take this with their compositions?
With this composition, I feel like Hayabusa, Team Dark Immortals, because they do have the Hayabusa, able to go in and out, steal it real quick if Team Onage does contest it. But only time can tell. We do see just his play style, we do have the Kadita as Rome, as we do see. I believe so, yes. So, it could be a little difficult, able to outdo the Kufra. But, for this early team fight, I just would say I would go for Dark Immortals. But, Weezy, just looking, as I said, I'm going to throw you the question now. Looking at this draft, how do you feel about this team?
Well, I think the Alpha is what I like to label the X Factor, a hero we haven't seen too often, and he's going against a strong hero who's been dominating recently, and that is this Joy. So I'm not really sure that's going to be a win matchup. But on the bottom side, Mapio in a tricky situation. Jay playing overly aggressive, was going to go ahead and try and get the pick off, but you are seeing Jason rush in just in time to kind of deny that and give a little bit of that peel. But a little thing about Onage, right? This is actually a team we have seen before. Just a little bit of a name change. This is Salsa. I remember seeing the Salsa versus Huevo, and Huevo was actually able to take that win, but now you are going to see the knockoff for the Ocean's Oddity. You are going to see First Blood picked up from Rock Bomba on the Valentina. Ipo's going to pick up a kill with the Quad Shadows. Going to also shut down another member. Zeus going to take down Moskov. A lot of bodies dropping on the bottom side. Zeus picking up a double, takes down Tyne Prettiest, and that is going to be 4 kills into the hands of Dark Immortals with no trade in favor for Onage.
Yeah, as I did say before, they are ganking golden and all, because, as I said, once you get Brody fed, he can be a real danger for their whole team. They can knock out the Moskov, the Vexana, but hold up. We do see Jared with that beats, running around that Alpha, but, we do see Kufa jumping in. How do you feel about this?
He is going to rush in with the bouncing ball. They need to possibly contest this, as they're down by 4 kills already. And if this turtle goes into the hands of Dark Immortals, they're going to have a huge advantage. So you're already seeing Tyne Prettiest bursting down from the Valentina. Tips of Blades going down over there from VLA. But hit with the Petrify, Rough Waves, and the Ocean Oddity. Sorry, God Bless is going to secure the deal and burst him down. You are going to see Ipos pick up the turtle, but not before Flux takes out Sorry God Bless on the Alpha. But a killing spree activated. You are going to see Rock Bomba take down Joy on the Valentina, and still being overly aggressive. Tyne Prettiest winding up. Tyrant's Rage is going to go ahead and put that magic ball, the bouncing ball, onto Rock Bomba as well. But he is going to be able to get out there with his life. And 7-1 so far. Dark Immortals leading the way. And you are seeing them have the great early game advantage of about 2,000 to 3,000 gold over Onage.
Looking at this match, we do see, I believe it was, Team Onage with that pause, but it's okay, just their early game, Dark Immortals' early game rotation is just completely taken over right now. It's just, their synergy is there, they're showing this new team, if you can partake more, you can be great just like us. But who knows? They're just showing them what team synergy is. And as you did say, this was Team Salsa with the name change, they're probably showing Team Salsa, look at this synergy we have. You can also be like us, or you can just show them how to be a team synergy. But, just looking at all this, this whole rotation, who do you think will get first turtle?
Well, actually, first turtle just went down. And I think,
really?
Yeah, it went down, and it was the side of Dark Immortals who was actually able to take it. Onage was having a hard time. When we seen VLA rushing with the Ling, he got bursted down, and they were able to secure it. And with it being 1-7, Dark Immortals leading the way. Like I said, this is a veteran team in the MLSA. Salsa hasn't really competed too often. They're a brand new team, now going by the name of Onage. This is their first time under the name of Onage competing, and you are seeing them look a little shaky on the early stage of this match. And so moving forward, they are going to have to play a little safe now. They put themselves in a deficit, and if they're not careful, they'll be in that hole that they cannot climb out of, with the advantage so far leaning in favor of Dark Immortals. 7-1 lead, also up by 3,000 gold, and you are seeing Zeus on the Brody, who does have 2 kills in his advantage right now. And looking at the other marksman, Mapia, he did fall. He has 1 death, 0-1, and 0 KDA, so even in the gold lane, the Brody, who's a dominant marksman, who kind of outshines majority of the marksmen in that lane, is already online in terms of kills and gold. And not to mention, he's going up against a Ling jungle. When the Ling does dive in, Brody has the flicker. Brody has the corrosive strike to be able to provide a little bit of stun. And with that being in his kit, it's going to make it an easier time for the side of Dark Immortals to stay online with the 7-1 advantage.
That is, playing safe is key right here. We do see This Vexana getting a little bit aggressive, but Vexana, as you did say, doesn't have much mobility. She does need to play safe, providing that I call it baby lord. It's a baby lord assistant for the team. Oh, we do see a team fight happening bot lane.
You are going to see a huge team fight. Time Prettiest going to possibly get hit with the torn apart memories, as you were able to see the last mark from Zeus connect. And now, with the killing spree in his hands, that is going to be his third kill. But an answer back, Tips of Blades going down for the knockup, putting Jay on a trampoline, but not able to secure the kill. And now, you are going to see VLA rush out of there with barely any HP. And look at Rock Bomba on the chase, realizing they do have the advantage. Going to rush in with the Quad Shadow, do some chip damage, and the Curse Blast to secure the deal. Rock Bomba is going to go ahead and, Rock Bomba is going to shut him down with that IMU. I was like, hold on, is that Vexana or is that Valentina right there? And that just shows you that this Valentina, even with the Vexana, is still profiting for the side of Dark Immortals.
That collision was just absolutely intense. Just looking at all this, we do see, hold it up. I can't talk right now. We do see, never mind. I guess, we did see the Hayabusa going in, but also backing out. Just looking at all this matchup, we do see they're playing a little bit too aggressive, but it's okay. They're still new, but all of this, we do see Brody with already his first item already with that Blade of Heptasis. He's already doing a lot of damage already towards this Moskov. We do see Hayabusa with the Hunter Strike already, Valentina with the Clock of Destiny. Everything, they're already having their first item set, And, we do see Team Onage hovering around that turtle, probably wanting to contest it. We do see that Vexana giving vision. But look at all this. This is just absolutely insane with the vision that they're providing for their team. But they just can't. They're out gold. And we do see a 3K gold difference. Not that much, but still, it's a big part. We do need to get this Moskov fed because he's almost their last hope. With this Ling, because this Moskov can just push and just get objectives. But we do see Team Dark Immortals securing that turtle, providing more gold for the team, getting them more fed, and it's just absolutely going crazy. How do you feel about all this going on right now?
Well, I know Iapos is feeling great. He was able to secure that kill on time. Prettiest. It's going to be another advantage for the side of Dark Immortals, 10-1, and now Flux in a bad situation. But off the screen, you are going to see VLA shut down Brody with the advantage of Mapio on this Moskov for the Inspire. They are also going to go ahead and claim the Tier 1 turret, and that is going to give map advantage to Onage. Even though they're down by kills, they're dominating so far in terms of the map.
And that's what I'm saying, kills do not win you the game. Taking objectives, taking the towers, getting to the nexus is how you win the game. And that is going crazy. They know they can't win the team fight around Turtle, so they just go into split pushing. And look, they did take out that Brody, they know it's a big menace to them, and they're able to secure that bot tower with Moskov. Now we just need to get this Moskov fed, able to push towers to hopefully get this comeback.
Yeah, definitely having to play a little bit safer. Moskov does have the advantage now, but looking at Zeus, he is playing that Brody, so you have to be careful. He can fight from a very long distance, and one thing they have in their advantage, even though they're down in kills, they have a hero that can turn the tide around no matter what the deficit is, and that is the Ling. That split push capability that he provides, he's able to kind of traverse across the map in the blink of an eye, and you have to watch out for that. Usually, you like to see Ling players kind of rotate across the map, especially when your team is down. You're not going to win this fight. That's okay. Go ahead and traverse across the battlefield, go to the opposing lane, push in the turret. At least we win a tower from the engagements. And that is exactly what we've seen on that first Tier 1 turret on the bottom side, going to own its advantage. But you are going to see Tips of Blades going out. Sorry, God bless. Is going to go ahead and take down Mapia. The battle over the mid lane, but now the battle on the bottom side. The stun and 1v3 is that Eternal Guard is in effect. West's gonna pick up a kill, takes down, sorry, God bless, on this unorthodox pick, the Alpha XP lane. But looking at the rough waves, it's gonna rush out. Jay gonna get a little bit of that HP back, but Rock Bomba still being aggressive. Is using that IMU to go ahead and take this Vexana's skills, and you are gonna see Turtle go into the hands of Dark Immortals, and now a possible kill on the way. Rock Bomba, a little bit of overextension, almost costed him his life, but look at iPost in the bush. Quad Shadow on the way, is gonna rush in. Ouija Shadow kill is gonna take down VLA on the Ling, activating killing spree, and now he is out for more. He's gonna show his presence, his dominant jungle capability, as he is going to contest the blue buff, but hit by the magic ball in the Tyrant's Rage. The slow too much for him to handle, and he can't get out. His bouncing ball is going to make him flatter than a pancake. Flux is going to go ahead and pick up a kill, though. Is going to go ahead and shut down the Brody on the top side. Brody almost able to secure that last mark for his torn apart memories, and looks like that is going to be one member off the board for both sides. Actually, 2v1, as it looks like only owners lost one member from those engagements.
Yeah, we do see this Cooper getting that revenge, just punishing this Hayabusa for taking out the jungle. He's showing, as you did say, he's trying to show him how dominant he is. He just felt, salty because, he's just, how dare you do that to my jungle, and I'm going to punish you for doing that to my jungle. And look, he did get that secret that kill. But just looking at all this rotations, we do see the Gadita hiding in the bushes, not showing herself that off. Look at her KDA, that 108. She's in those team fights. She's helping out. And this Valentina with the IU using the Vexana's ult at their advantage to have another teammate with them. With their, I believe it was a Guardian, you said. I'm not too sure what the ultimate names, but it's okay because this is just using that Vexana's ultimate to their advantage for another additional member with their team fights.
Yeah, that Eternal Guard definitely coming into play, giving them that additional member, but now looking at the Ocean's Oddity, rushing and doing some damage, but the Curse Blast to respond. Zeus is going to take down Tyne Prettiest. That is going to be the roam off the board for Onage. Bursted down by the Marksman of Dark Immortals, and now looking at Joy trying to get a kill of his own, trying to return the favor, not able to take down Rock Bomba with the Electrifying Beast, but look at Ling. Can he check that bush? Can he get there in time? No, he's going to go ahead and opt in on pulling the aggro for this Lord.
We do see we do see Onage going for the Lord. They're trying to rush this door, but we do see Dark Immortals coming up from behind. Hopefully they're two contestants, and we do see this Jay with the tidal waves.
He's gonna pick up a double kill. It's gonna go ahead and shut down West, take down VLA, and now Moscow with the Power Spears is trying to burst them down to respond, but they are down members. This is a 3v5. And if Dark Immortals chooses to take this fight, they may be able to close it out and take some more turrets. Look at Mapia hit with the Quad Shadow, and the Ouija Shadow kill is going to be bursted down over there from Hayabusa. Ipo's picking up that kill, and now it's going to be an easy Lord push with no contest in the side of Dark Immortals' favor, as you are seeing Flux running in with the Electrifying Beats. Not fast enough, though. Not going to be able to do much damage, and you are going to see this turtle go to Dark Immortals, or Lord go to Dark Immortals.
As you did see, they have, since they did take out that Moscow, they did have a chance to secure Lord. They were the contestant, and they did successfully take the Lord, with no interruptions. But the overall composition, everything is just on point. The Kadita going in at the right time, not showing herself that much, providing vision for her team. Jay is being a really good roamer as a Kadita right now. This whole match, who knows? This could be Team Onage could make a comeback with Moscow. But as I just said, we do need to get that Moscow fed. We do need to take out the Brody and Hayabusa. But just with this Kadita as roam, she's not letting that happen. We do see that can still play. Hopefully going in.
He's gonna go ahead and pick up a kill, mega kill. In fact, takes down West, and now down goes the Lord right before he can burst down the tier 2 turret, but no problem at all. Zeus is going to go ahead and secure that for the side of Dark Immortals, and now shifting focus to the bottom side, trying to claim some more real estate. Looks like Mapia is not going to take that fight. It's going to use the Spirit of Destruction, though. Not really going to do much damage, and it looks like Dark Immortals was able to claim yet another tier 2 turret. And right now the map is opened up and a lot is for the taking, and you're not seeing Onage able to find answers to deny the pressure Dark Immortals is providing.
We do see, we all see Dark Immortals is pushing them all the way up to the turns, not letting their minions escape for them to be able to farm. They're basically trapping them in their base because they know if one little movement, since we're in this little late game, one little movement could be devastation. But, looking at the items here, we do see Moscow with his 3 core items. So who knows? He does have his 3 core items building that Wind of Nature, for the Brody and Hayabusa. We just need to be careful with it. And, we do see also Hayabusa with his 3 core items, Hunter Strike, the Malefic War, and Blade of Heptasis. This whole matchup, can go dangerous with this Hayabusa going in and out. And we do see that Brody taking out this Joy. This is just absolutely crazy, stopping them. And we do see them contesting around blue buff.
Yeah, they are going to go ahead and contest this blue buff. You know, Ling kind of needs that for the energy, which is going to deny some of his mobility, but he's going to opt in for the split push on the top side while the side of Dark Immortals is going for that blue. And this is what we see time and time again from players who can, you know, play these heroes of that high caliber, these assassins like the Fanny, like the Ling, like the Hayabusa, who do have that mobility in their favor. And so he is going to be able to secure that turret on the top side. And overall, I think that is a good trade for Onix. But speaking of trades, Jay's going to shut down West. The man is unstoppable. Zeus is going to respond, take down Ling, and also Mapia. Jay going to pick up a kill on time. Prettiest. That is going to be 4 members off the board for the side of Onix. 2 double kills on Dark Immortals. Can they get another? Ipel's going to secure a kill of his own. Is going to go ahead and take down Flux. That is going to be a full wipeout for the side of Onix. And ladies and gentlemen, now all Dark Immortals has to do is close in on this inhibitor turret on the bottom side and push in to this Nexus. As you see, 7 seconds until West spawns in, and without time on their side, ladies and gentlemen, Dark Immortals is going to claim Game 1 for Series 2 against Onix.
Just look at this overall match, you know, we do see Dark Immortals with this synergy, you know, that synergy with Jay, with the MVP. This, as you did say, this Kadita is almost unstoppable, you know, providing vision for her team, just providing everything, going to team fights, picking off who needs to be picked off. Overall, this match is great. You know, we do see them with the first win of the day, but who knows, Team Onix could make a comeback in the next series.
Definitely can make a comeback indeed. And I gotta say, that was overall a really good game from the side of Dark Immortals. Like I said, they're a team that's been scaling through time since Season 1, and Onix is brand new. It's like their second or third time competing in the MLSA. They used to go by the name of Salsa, so I gotta say, just a little bit more practice, and hopefully they learn from the mistakes they had in Game 1, but that's just it. That's only Game 1, so that is a best of 3, and right now, match point possibly in favor for the side of Dark Immortals, who was able to claim almost a flawless victory for the first match, a one-sided story. And now moving on to Game 2, the question of the day is, how will Onix respond? Will they be able to burst them out? Will they be able to turn the tide back in their favor? Will they find the answers that were not there for Game 1? Or are we going to see Dark Immortals take the sweep for the second series? Find out here shortly as both teams are getting ready to embark back in the Land of Dawn for Game 2.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and man, an intense game for Series 2 as we were able to see the veteran team, the Dark Immortals from that Immortals Trilogy franchise, able to prevail up against a team we've only seen compete twice, but a rebrand of the name as we are looking at Onage going up against Dark Immortals. And right now, Onage having a hard time finding their footing for match 1. Dark Immortals was able to seal the deal, and now on to match 2. They have the opportunity to get a sweep with match point, and we got to see how Onage responds. Joined on the desk, we have the amazing MLSA staff member. You've seen him across the Land of Dawn multiple times throughout the year, and everybody should know him by now, casting on the desk for a little while now. Ladies and gentlemen, Yue is in the building for your analyst, and I will be your play-by-play to break down these fights as both these teams are getting ready to embark back inside of the game. How you doing, Yue?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Make sure to grab some popcorn for this match, right? We did see a pretty entertaining match coming in from last side. I do think it is largely due to a little bit of a draft difference coming in from Onage's side. I would like to see them draft maybe a better hero onto that mid lane, but speaking about some of the draft picks, right? We did see that Kadita just going so far into this match, able to pick up that MVP. So I wonder if that's something that both teams are looking to prioritize once again, right? If it doesn't break, don't fix it.
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it for sure. And right now, looking at the ban, gonna go ahead and take out this Fanny. I respect it. I mean, I can never disagree with the first ban of Fanny. So, I mean, I think everybody has dealt with that one Fanny that just scarred you for life.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of these like rank game matches, Fanny has proven that he is still a good hero. They nerfed his they nerfed his capability, some of the escapability of, you know, just being able to stun in place if a CC hits her. But at the same time, they did buff up some of the HP values gained. So Fanny is still proven to be one of the strongest heroes. And even in previous tournaments, we see Fanny being picked up by both teams. So, you know, the Kadita ban, right? Just as we were talking about, the Kadita chose that MVP. And I definitely have to agree with this ban right here because, you know, they played so well on that Kadita. Put him on something else. Put Jay on something else, please.
Yeah, that Kadita, man, we've talked about it, right? It's a strong pick, and honestly, I've been like adding to my notes. I'm like, yo, locking in Kadita first on when you're second pick and you lock it in first, it's not the worst option. Is Raz asked me a question the other game, and he said, what hero is uncounterable to you? And I'm like, well, every hero technically has a counter, but I feel like Kadita is one of those heroes who has very few counters. It can work with pretty much any composition.
Yeah, you talk about the Kadita. It's one of those single target, able to burst down anyone in its path. And another hero that I think is a little bit uncounterable is Kaja, right? That suppression is just a little bit too much. We do have like an Atlas that's able to kind of deal the same thing, but just AoE. But Kaja is just one of those picks that is always prioritized, and he does get let go here. So there's a lot on the table. There's that Eve, there's that Fredrin, there's that Kaja. I wonder what this team is going to be picking on, Weezy.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And looking at the draft with those being available, this is an awkward situation. It's like, do you go for the Kaja? Do you go for the Fredrin? Both of them have counters, but no, they're going to go for something else entirely. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Immortals is going to go ahead and lock in Arlott.
Arlott, again, one of those heroes that I actually didn't even talk about, right? Arlott has a lot of capabilities to be able to just burst down a single target. He has the ability to, you know, just smack his lane completely. I actually happened to play against an Arlott, one of these classic matches, and I went 0-10. I couldn't understand how I was going to deal with, but the response coming in, right? We see this Fredrin. I'm hoping maybe we're going to see something like an Eve, but the Lolita gets locked in so early.
Yeah, you are going to see that Lolita opting in, that conal damage, and with it being locked in this early, I'm not sure that's the wisest decision, is that opens up the counter draft, right? You can kind of pull in some heroes that can give her a harder time, pulling out that Numion Blast, and I wonder if that was the wisest decision, but looks like Rock Bomba, he's going to go ahead and lock in an Artillery Mage, as that Valentina has been slotted out, so it's not like they have that IMU to work against it, so in theory, it is a possible answer.
And there is still quite a bit of mages available, right? We have that Eve, we have that Faramis, and Farsa. After that Valentina and Kadita ban, I definitely agree with what Rock Bomba wants to do. Just adding on that support, that far range feather airstrike, just being able to touch down on so many different small targets, right? And Zeus going in with that Claude, he did so well last game, and he's able to just get this mobility hero up, and it does look like the Martis is going to be slotted in, so no jungle Martis coming in from the blue side, and they are going into this second ban phase.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how I feel about this, right? I mean, I guess they still could flex Fredrin into the XP and make Martis the jungler, worst case scenario, but that is going to be a lot of early game pressure, but not a lot of late game, and with the Zeus locking in this Claude, they have the late game damage. They have the early from Rock Bomba. They just need to secure the draft over there with their Roam, and I think they're pretty much good to go, and also a jungler. I mean, it could even be an Arlott jungle. You never know, as he is a flex player, but opting in on that Petrify, you know, odds are that it is going to be in the XP lane, and that is going to go up against this Martis, and so it's going to be an interesting composition indeed, but right now, I still see a lot of answers that can be put on the board to kind of counter this Lolita pick that was slotted so early in the draft for the side of Onage.
Yeah, some of the counter picks that could come out, right? Lolita definitely needs time to charge up that Luminum Blast, so some of these standards CC to be able to stop that would be something like a Chow or even a Ruby, those double stuns, or even a Grok where he's able to just cancel the Luminum Blast with that wall skill. And another counter that could be interesting would be a Diggy pick, but since they are running that Arlott and that EXP, there's not going to be too much front line, so maybe they're going to opt for something like a Grok or maybe possibly a Chow or a Ruby here.
Now, I'd be interested if they pulled out a Esmeralda and they put Arlott in the jungle and then maybe pulled out a Ruby for the CC. I think that would be a pretty strong composition. But one thing I do notice, though, Rock Bomb is running this Farza, right? Farza can definitely scale through the game, has a very good early game presence, but something that could have worked also would have been the Lilia, because they have a very heavy frontline composition, and the Power of Gloom could have definitely bursted them down. And right now, there are still some mages on the table, and right now, Onage does not have one, so maybe picking up something that can give a lot more pressure for the late game may be an option. And I'm wondering who they're going to go for. Is they're going to go ahead and lock in this Brody, and I've always said time and time again, you can never go wrong with the Brody pick.
Yeah, Brody against Claude, one of these matchups. Brody's going to have an extremely dominating lane, especially towards that early game. But again, towards that late game with the Blazing Duet coming in and also a Vengeance on his kit, it's going to be a little bit hard to deal with that Claude into that late game. Jay does pick up this Atlas, and we've seen Atlas quite a bit. It is really, really good against a lot of the junglers that don't have iframes, don't have the ability to just negate some of that CC. And Fredrin being one of those heroes just going in and trying to frontline might get hooked by this Atlas real quick. And a Hanzo, what is this?
Now, this will be the one situation where I'm actually like, the Hanzo can work, because they have nobody to get to the back line. They have nobody to find him in the jungle, because they're going to go ahead and lock in this Valier. So there is no counter for it in theory, so it can work. And, I mean, we've seen it in MDL. It did dominate. It was in the Roam position. We've seen it in MPL as well, but the teams weren't as lucky being able to close it out. But this may actually work. And I got to say, me personally, looking at this draft, I'm in favor of Dark Immortals. You can go ahead and I can sign that dotted line right now and, you know, sign me up, because right now they have a lot of answers that Onus does not.
Well, here's the thing about Onage's draft, right? Last game, they had that Vexana. This game, they have that Valier. I would say their draft definitely improved. They're picking up the Martis. They're picking up Fredrin. These are some of the priority hero picks, especially in terms of that early game presence. At that level 4, the Decimation's just able to just chunk through so many different targets and just get that reset off, right? But I also have to give it to Dark Immortals. They played a great game, first game, and it does look like their draft is relatively strong. The Hanzo pick is something that I personally have to see it happen first, but I don't really want to count them out. I really do think Dark Immortals is going to have this game going.
Now, the thing about Hanzo that he may have a hard time with is the CC, right? He can rush in with that Pinnacle Ninja, but if he does, if they CC it, it's going to delay the energy and possibly go, he'll have to return to his physical body. So that may be a little bit of an upscale battle, but in terms of like pushing to the gold lane, they may be able to have some easy pickoffs on the Flux on this Brody if they play it right. Not to mention, you are seeing this Atlas in play, and nobody on the side of Onage has Purify.
Yeah, right now you do see 4 people on that little cabbage. They're able to get it on the side of Onage, and Dark Immortals just really trying to make sure this Claude is able to scale into this late game as a small skirmish happening, but Brody is able to just get away safely, and it does look like they're rotating towards the top side, so a fight might just break out right now.
You two are seeing both teams trying to secure first blood, and right now, not really going to do any impact up there. They were spotted out inside of that bush, so I don't expect Dark Immortals to be aggressive. And realizing that they've been spotted out, they're going to go ahead and change up their strategy and make their way back toward the mid-river.
Yeah, Turtle is spawning in that 30-second. I wonder if they're going to try to go for a strategy where they put that mage into that EXP to get that level 4 so the Roam is able to get the 4. But Fredrin at this top side
is going to possibly get a pick off, hiding in that bush. Mapia waiting for the right opportunity. Jay is going to be spotted out. The energy eruption for the taunt, but wait! Ooh. Rock Bomba wrapping around, doing some serious damage. Their Praise's Wrath going down is going to shut down and secure first blood. Jay is going to fall, and that is going to be the jungler for the side of Onus picking up that kill. But can it be another? You are seeing Rock Bomba hit as well. And no, he is going to be able to get out, barely missing that fireball from Reju.
Yeah, a lot of the members, especially that Farsa, is a little bit low. You do see Brody on the top side is also low, but this Turtle going in the favor of Onage right now. That Demon Slayer emblem that I always love to talk about, right? These tanky junglers just love being at the objectives at the right time and just making sure that they are going to be picking that up. But as this game scales, assassin junglers always jungle faster. We talk about the Ling, we talk about the Fanny, right? And Hanzo, especially with that crossbow, he's just able to just attack so fast in the jungle and making sure that they are able to just scale into this late game.
Yeah, you gotta definitely scale into the late game, and I feel like this kind of match may be a ticking time bomb though, as Zeus is running this Claude, right? And they don't really have any answers to stop that Blazing Duet. And if he can get these pickoffs, the later this game goes, the more impact he will have in these fights over the Brody. And right now you are seeing Onus apply some pressure into that lane, battle mirror image to get out of that Searing Tournament. Now the double set, but looks like Reiju is going to get out just in time. Rock Bomb is going to pick the kill, takes down Flux out of that assist provided over there by Jay. And that is going to be a 1-for-1 so far on the scoreboard. Both teams even in kills.
Yeah, beautiful pickoff coming in from Jay. Once again, he's proven that his roam is really solid. He's able to get 2-man on that Fatal Links, but again, Valier with that built-in Purify just unable. And look at mid side right now. It does look like both of the EXP laners rotated towards that mid side to make sure those minions don't get pushed. And let's talk about some of the matchups coming in right now. Once again, right? The Brody, just like what you're saying, is going to be one of those heroes that do well early on, but the answer to that Claude might have to come into that Lolita shield. The Lolita shield is able to block up quite a bit of skills. That Claude, especially his auto attacks, and the Fatal Links coming in from Atlas is also possible to be blocked out right there.
Yeah, you are going to have to get some seriously good positioning if you want to pull this off, but Jay does have that advantage. I mean, Onus does not have any Purifies, but they do have that Bulwark shield provided over there by Tyne Prettious to kind of watch out for. And like we said, the later this game goes, the better it'll be for Zeus. He needs to play a little passive. He's not going to beat the Brody on the 1v1. But if his team could take these neutral objectives, they can get the advantage of taking some of these turrets. then he'll be able to scale and have the more impact in terms of damage earlier on in this game. But right now, the battle in the turtle pit on the way. You are seeing the aggro pulled in by Mapia. Is going to possibly be able to take this, as it looks like Dark Modus is now going in for the contest. Mapia able to hit the Retribution just in time. Pinnacle Ninja going out. You are going to see the Fatal Links for the set. But wait a minute. Burst Fireball and the Numeon Blast going down. Flux is going to take down Jay. That is going to be Brody picking up the kill, but the Blazing Duet to respond is going to take out Mapia. A 2-for-1 trade, but looks like another on the way. Sorry God Bless taking out Time Prettiest, and Flux going to take out Zeus. Justin going to take out Sorry God Bless. A lot is on the line, but right now numbers in favor for the side of Onus as they're rushing into the tier 1 turret. Justin going to pick up a kill, but Rock Bomb is going to shut him down. And looks like Reju is going to push out now. Does not want to go up against Farza, who is going to go ahead and check that bush, but Reju's still there. Searing turret. Now you are going to see the Feather Airstrike canceled out. But no, the Wings by Wings. Oh my gosh, talk about a close engagement.
Yeah, a lot of items are being picked up right here as they trade a lot of gold back and forth, right? Valor has already picked up that glowing wand, is able to just do a lot of damage over time, especially towards a lot of the tankier targets. Claude picked up that Demon Hunter sword, meaning that he is available for that Blazing Duet and is going to be doing a lot of damage. And Arlott pick up the War Axe. This is something that I've actually seen for the first time. I haven't played a lot of Arlott myself, but it does look like he has a lot of sustain and the penetration at mid.
You are going to see the Numeon Blast going down. Reju picking up the kill, takes down Rock Bomba. That is a 3-for-1 in that mid lane, and they were able to win with the numbers. And now Pinnacle Ninja going in, trying to contest the push. Looks like they are able to secure that turret. And you are going to see the rushing from Mapia to the backline. It's going to do some damage. Sorry God Bless is going to take down Jasted, and another kill into the hands of Dark Modus as Mapia is going to go ahead and shut down Ipos on the Hanzo for the double kill. And you are going to see Justin falling on the bottom side while all this was happening. But wait a minute, 3v1, one-man army. You are going to see the Feather Airstrike, the artillery provided with the flicker in for the extended range. And now Map, you're going to rush in, try and cancel it out. Sorry, you got blessed in a bad situation. Needs to get out, but he's going to dash back in. Can he secure the kill, though? You are going to see the final slash on the way. Sorry God Bless is going to take down Mapia, but Rage is going to take down Sorry God Bless to respond. Zeus takes down Reju. This is a 1-for-1-for-1-for-1. I take you, you take me. Well, we'll take another, and then you take another.
Wow, now here's the thing, right? Ownage does look like they have a little bit of momentum, but it does feel like they are losing it quite a bit. Dark Immortals able to look like they are going to be contesting this third turtle, and they should be able to grab this turtle in no trouble, just because that retry. Oh, the turtle is grabbed by Brody. Flux with using that. Brody is just able to pick up that last hit, and again, you know, right now that momentum is still in Onage's favor, but I don't really want to count Dark Immortals out yet, especially Jay on that Atlas, able to get a lot of Fatal Links. He's just going to be really, really hard to deal with because there is no Purify on the board. And top side right now,
you are seeing a push on the way. Zeus, not knowing Flux is in that bush, was able to get one point on him. Not going to be able to get all four. Blazing Duet going out as a little bit of a saving grace, but the stun and the Battle Mirror Image not able to escape. Flux, though, is going to find that killing spree, but the Fatal Links for the triple set. Flux taking another is going to shut down Jay, and now Rage picking up a kill of his own. Down goes Rock Bomba. That is going to be 3 members falling for Dark Immortals and all members standing for Onage. But you are going to see the Pinnacle Ninja rushing into Ipos. Oh my god, look at that damage! Whoa, wait a minute! What was that? This just defies all logic that I've known so far in this game.
Yeah, a little bit of a Dragon Ball Z action right there. They just both were able to try to use that last hit, and it did look like Alpos was able to go out that clearly, but Flux going with the 20-part memory right now.
Is going to be found by Jay, rushing in with the perfect match, trying to find the perfect sets. And I gotta say, I was just about to make the comment. I'm like, Ipos has not really done anything in this game, but then he goes out and he just one-shots VLA Justin on the Martis. And that is kind of scary to think about the damage that he's sitting at right now. And if he can keep that up, the later this game goes, that may work in their favor. As you are seeing the Feather Airstrike go down. Flux, torn apart memories, getting away. No! Jay with the Fatal Links, but Flux is going to get out of there. Barely sliding by with any HP, and now the counter punish. Numeon Blast going down for the stun. A double set. Reiju rushing in with the burst fireballs. Is going to take down Jay. Can he get another? Very low in HP. Is going to go ahead and opt out of the fight, but Mapia is going to shut down Ipos, finds him, and now you're going to see Zeus. Pick up a kill, takes down Justin. Blazing Duet to clear the minions. And you are seeing the 1v3 stunned onto the wall. And now Sorry God Bless in a bad situation, wondering how he got there on this R lot. And Reiju is going to shut him down with that killing spree.
Yeah, we're heading into this mid game where a lot of the items are yet being picked up, but the Torn Apart Memory is unable to connect as Claude is able to build up such an early Wind of Nature, right? Ownage right now looking to take this Lord. They have all the items on the board. Even that blade armor coming in from Fredrin, just able to soak up a lot of damage. And Claude, again, picked up that Corrosion Scythe. He is going to be online, so there is going to be a lot of damage coming in from Dark Immortals. Right now, they are on the back foot, so that Blade of Despair is picked up by Brody. So just finishing up his last core item along with that Malefic, where he is going to be hurting this game.
And I gotta say, right now, I think it's really the momentum is shifting in Onage's favor because we're not seeing iPost really get online. We're not really seeing a huge impact over there on this, Jungle Hanzo, and we don't really typically see it. And I wonder if maybe if he would have slotted something like the Ling, it could have been a different story. But with this iPost running on this Hanzo, he's not really that dominant. He's 1, 3, and 4. Looking at Mapia, the counterpart, the counter jungler, is running this Fredrin. His KDA is currently 4, 2, and 5, and they're claiming a lot of real estate on the map right now.
Yeah, you could really say that the tank jungle is still in style. Ownage able to bring this out this game. They were down 1-0, but it looks like they have a very good chance to tying up this series. They are looking to siege. They have a lot of people towards the bot side.
And Jay is going to rush in like a madman. Not going to be able to get the fatal links. This is going to pick some grass and hand it to Yue. As you are seeing the Magic Sentry activated for the Vision to go ahead and spot out all of Ownage. And I got to say, did he give you some good quality grass over there, Yue? Because
Oh, yeah, I felt it. I felt it. It smelled really nice right there.
I had to make sure because he didn't even give me any. How rude was that?
Yeah, right now it does look like Ownage is looking to do a little bit of a jungle choke strategy, right? When this Lord is down and the minions are marching in, make sure to clear those jungles, but it does look like Opos is going in.
He's going to rush in with the Pinnacle Ninja, but caught by the 3-man burst potential, and that's going to send his shadow back to his body, and he's kind of wondering, why did I even go out there? Definitely not going to do that again.
Yeah, it does look like being down in the back foot with the Hanzo, it doesn't really provide a lot of pressure. And the conceal play coming in again.
You're going to see the conceal play from Jay. Not going to use the Fatal Links, though. A wise decision over there. Time Prettiest with that conceal as well. They do have the pressure. They have the zonage. And right now, I don't think Dark Immortals should be overly aggressive. They have not claimed a single turret for Ownage right now. And they have a lot of insurance in their favor. They're waiting for Dark Immortals to make the mistake.
Yeah, right now, Ownage playing that perfect game. We saw that last game that they were actually dominated by Dark Immortals, but this game, they're really able to turn that tide, shift their favor, and just switch gears into this mid game. We're at this 12-minute mark, right? So Brody's probably going to be looking to complete his 3rd or 4th item. A lot of the people from both sides are going to be extremely rich, and it does seem like he's opting for that Demon Hunter sword on Brody. I don't know if I totally agree with it, but it also might be just a Wind of Nature coming in through, and there is 5-man on this top side from Ownage's side. They're looking to grab up this Lord uncontested, but the Pinnacle Ninja coming in from the Hanzo might just have a stealing chance here right now.
And the conceal play from Jay. Looks like they may have an answer. Perfect match rushing in. Hit by the mortar coils of Martis. And no, he is not going to be able to find the set he was banking on. But wait a minute. Heavy engagement on the way. Pinnacle Ninja still out, but energy is going low, and that is going to go back to his body. But there it goes. Fatal Links, triple set. Justin going to go ahead and take down Atlas. Ipo's going to get a kill of his own. God Bless going to shut down Valir. Justin going to shut down Ipo. Sorry, God Bless going to pick up a double. He's going to go ahead and secure another kill of his own. He's going to take down Justin. And I got to say, a lot on the line over this Luminous Lord, and neither team was able to secure it.
Yeah, Jay coming in with that Fatal Links, able to hit 2. On top of that, Martis, they were just able to get a lot of AoE CC, especially combined with that Blazing Duet. But a jungler down from Dark Immortals, right? Mapia right here on this Fredrin, just able to soak up so much damage. He is not taking any damage right now.
And I love what I'm seeing right now. He is trying to deny them this Lord as long as he can. As you are seeing Claude on the bottom side with the split push has taken not only the tier 1 turret, but now the tier 2. And that is an overall great method and game plan for Dark Immortals on that Lord fight.
It looks like Dark Immortals right now. The wave has shifted. Jay looking to get in. He does see the prettiest, but again, no engagement happening right now. Dark Immortals is still on their back foot, but it does seem like they're able to grab up a couple of the towers. They took 2 of the towers on the bot side with Claude just going straight down, and it does look like they're taking another one, but the prettiest right now, a little bit in a good position. That mid side, that minion is just chunking that tower down, and it does go down. So all the towers from Onage's outer side is down. There is 5-man setting up on this Lord right now.
Yeah, they are setting up, and overall, that was a great trade. I mean, shoot, I need to go to the casino with Dark Immortals with that luck right there. That was like, that minion needs a award. We got medals on the, somewhere, UA. We got some MLSA medals. He needs to be upgraded to a cannon minion. But we are seeing the engagement on the way. Can still play over there from Time Prettiest. Hit over there by Sorry God Bless, and Atlas going to try and steal the shine. Is going to get the double set. The Petrify going in. Feathered Airstrike raining down with the artillery. Rock Bomb is going to shut down Mafia. Down goes the jungle for the side of Onage, but Flux is going to take down Jay. You're going to see Zeus with Blazing Duet take down Flux. Then a double kill. Down goes Time Prettiest. Flicker in. You are going to see Farzan not able to burst down Reiju. He is going to go back to the base, but this is going to open up the opportunity for Dark Immortals to take this Luminous Lord unchecked.
Yeah, Zeus right there, using that Blazing Duet, just able to melt down a lot of the members coming in from Onage, and it does look like the tide has finally shifted. Dark Immortals on that hunt right now. Onage on the back foot, they're just trying to just struggle to close this game out, right? And what Onage really has to try to figure out, that Fredrin has a knock-up, so when that Blazing Duet does happen, make sure to get Claude on his back feet, because once you knock him up, he's not going to have that AoE damage coming out anymore. And also, they need to be in a good position, because Jay on this Atlas, you saw those sets, he was setting 3 people, and the Martis coming in right now chooses to disengage a lot of the items. There goes that Blade of the Heptases going in for that Brody. He is towards that full build. He's just missing one of his items right now, and Jay in a good position right now.
In a good position. You mentioned his set potential is the opportunity that the side of Dark Immortals is leaning on, and Jay is going to get some vision, but does he know Justin is in that bush? Time Prettiest and the other one. They do have a possible way to turn this around. Lord marching down the bottom side. It may be a trap indeed, but they have been spotted out. They are going to play it a little bit safer now, but Justin is still in that bush, and I don't know if they know they're there. Oh, now they know, because Mapia just exposed him in that bush. And now you are going to see the concealed play from Jay. Not going to check the bush, though. Is going to run into the Mortal Coils of Martison. Is this the right decision? Fatal Link does go in for the triple set just in time. Sorry, God Bless is going to take down Time Prettiest. A double kill takes down Justin off that beautiful set, but Hanzo rushing in with the Pinnacle Ninja, trying to get a kill of his own. Zeus going to use the Blazing Duet. Is going to go ahead and possibly get a kill, but no, Valir's going to go ahead and shut down Sorry God Bless over there on this R-Lot, but Lord did crash into the inhibitor on the bottom side. Then this may be a chance for them to try and seal the deal, close this game out. As down goes the inhibitor for the mid lane. Look at the Nexus! Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Immortals has turned the tide in their favor and has claimed the sweep over Onage for Series 2.
Man, the MVP of Dark Immortals has to be Zeus here, right here. He was able to use that Blaze Duet and able to farm up all of his items along with an Immortality, right? And, you know, the Hanzo, we were talking about it, he just didn't do so well, but able to score extremely well, able to just end that base right there. And Sorry Godless on this R-Lot, this first pick priority, able to scale so well into that late game, building up 3 defensive items and still doing a lot of damage. Rock Bomba, again, we cannot forget about his Feather Airstrike. He's always in position to do some of those damage. And Jay, of course, that Fatal Links play every single set. He was able to grab 3 of those players. And on the side of Onage, right, the Valier pick, I was questioning a little bit, but he did extremely well. He get that 6, 2, and 10 KDA, but just unable to go. And Mapia, again, one of the strongest heroes, that Fredrin, he did well, but Onage looking like they're falling a little bit short as we go into this data coming up right here. Zeus is going to be that highest damage dealer, or actually, it's going to be the Farsa being the highest damage dealer. The Feather Airstrike was just a little bit too much, but it is followed by Zeus and God Bless's damage, right? And also the Hanzo, we were still a little bit confused, but he was able to provide a lot of damage going in. And in terms of the tower pushing, it does have to belong to Zeus. That play that he made when Onage was trying to get that Lord, he was able to grab up 2 towers, and that gold lead just snowballed over back onto Dark Immortal's side. And and with the scoreboard being 20-17 and the duration of the game is 17 match. Good games, Dark Immortals. You guys did great this time, and Onich, good luck next time.
Yeah, definitely a great game indeed. You're just seeing Dark Immortals scale through time, and definitely pat yourselves on the back. That was a hard fight, but they're able to close it out. And also congratulations over there to Onus. The second game was a lot more promising than the first. They honestly were dominating for majority of that match, but then a quick turnaround, couple mistakes, and you've seen Dark Immortals make the most out of it for that victory. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the second series of the day. Finalized, both teams, Onus and Dark Immortals, fighting it out, but Dark Immortals able to claim the sweep. And now moving on forward for the final series of the day, we are going to be seeing Fnatic Esports go up against Team Caliber in a best of 3, all live on the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy YouTube channel. Make sure you guys also follow us on Discord to be up to date with all of these teams competing in ongoing events for 2023, as all of these teams are getting ready for the NACT spring season, and I can't wait to see what they have in store to bring to the table. And now, with both these teams ready to go toe-to-toe, Fnatic Esports and Caliber don't go anywhere as they're getting ready to embark inside of the land of Dawn here momentarily for the final series of the day.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking to me on me. You know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories. And something that's gotta give. Cause it's just what I made it now. I made it now. You can't ever break us down. Break us down. I'll be speechless for the stars. Call me show me what they not. And I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop. Yeah.
Touch the sky. You're made of silver and gold. Touch the sky. You're the greatest future now. You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight it out, eyes on me are strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. Dedicated to your age, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting.
on. So turn it up, turn it up, turn it all the way up.
All you get your hands up, all you raise your hands up. Listen to what you feel and say. We gon' turn it up tonight. We gon' turn it up. We gon' turn it up.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Of course, honey bunch.
Papa never returned home. He's among the stars now. But what about me?
Have faith, little flare.
Now this is a wonder to behold.
Time. Oh. It's time to make the most of the moment. I'm Hoon, I'm mid-lane for the Valley, and I'm ready.
I graduated high school a few months ago. Yeah. We dare to be great.
Dude, that's perfect. One more second.
Hello, my name is Fly Chicken. I'm XP lane from the Valley. Let's go.
Hey, it's basic. Again.
Alright, that's I like that.
We dare.
And action.
We dare to improve. Hey, it's basic. Coordinator for the Valley. Let's go.
Say hi. Hi.
3 wasn't good enough.
There you go. One more time.
3 wasn't good enough.
One more time. You got a better one again.
Hi, I'm Chuck. I'm late son for the Valley. Let's go.
You see my chapped lips on the camera? Like here a little bit? Don't disrespect the US of A. One more. Hi, I'm Moba Zane, Jungle for the Valley, and we're ready.
I want to fight Yahweh from the Eagle team for Philippines.
Definitely RRQ. They've done so much for Mobile Legends, and you could tell just by the amount of fans that they have. They've also been so driven. I mean, they've been in Mobile Legends for years and years and years, and they've always been pretty good. They've always, even when they weren't doing as well, even in this MPL, they bounced back in the second half of the season. And I have a lot of respect for them. They brought a lot for Mobile Legends. And in the Philippines, it probably blacklist because they're actually the first team that, even after winning a World Cup, they just stayed driven, stayed focused, and now they're on their way to having a chance of getting their second World Cup win.
can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home.
Valley are going to end
Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking, tell me on me. You know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories. And something that's gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now. You can't ever break us down. I'll be speechless for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not. And I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Touch the sky, you're made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest, don't you know? You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight in our eyes, we will be strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. Can you take your aim? You know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I kept the controls. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now. I just wanna make it proud. Don't let me down, don't let it all fall. I'm on the road, accomplish all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch the sky, you're made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest, don't you know? You and I, we can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. We fight in our eyes, we will be strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. And again, pick your aim, you know that this is.
Coming for the game, cause we ready for the victory.
The sky is so vast, isn't it? My little flare.
Papa? Can you reach the sky and ignite the stars?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Atlanta Dawn. We are the MLSA, the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, officially on the final series of the day. Two amazing teams ready to fight it out. Team Caliber up against Fnatic Esports, and we have a show on the rise. A lot of fireworks will be exploding during this one, as there's a lot of good players and some high elo involved. And speaking about everything involved inside of this match, ladies and gentlemen, Raz has snuck in here yet again to go ahead and cast and be your analyst, and I will be your play-by-play. How you doing, Raz?
I'm doing good, getting ready to close off this series for today. We do see two known teams. Well, actually, Fnatic Esports is new to me, but I do know Caliber because I was actually on Team Caliber. I was their mage. They work very well together. They're just a really good team in general. Let's just see how Fnatic Esports can go against them, And we do see, straight up the Kaja ban, because, Kaja is a menace. Who knows, Team Caliber might know Team Fnatic who the comfort picks are, because they do know banning comfort picks, could be good, but also banning meta heroes is more important. But just a curiosity question, Weezy. Looking at these two teams, do you recognize any of these players?
Looking at teams so far, I'd say Guapo. I've seen him kind of compete time and time again. Definitely his name kind of has been seen time and time again in the Land of Dawn, but the other ones, no, I haven't really seen them before. Maybe unless they had a name change. But I have seen Fnatic Esports play before, and I know they're a very good team. And so I want to see what they bring to the table. I know Caliber is going to have a little bit of a fight going forward. We've seen Caliber actually perform before in the MLSA as well. They weren't too bad as well. But nothing that really stood out. So this match, I am definitely going to be looking for something for each of these players to kind of shine on for future matches to talk about. And speaking about the match so far, looking at the bans, you are seeing the Kaja, that suppression taken out nice and early for the side of Caliber. Fredgen as well, and they're going to go ahead and top that off to finalize their ban phase, taking out the Martis.
And we do see Fnatic Esports taking up the Julian and the Nathan, two of these heroes with the recent patch, with their buffs, they're absolutely insane damage dealers, especially Nathan with that pushing, with his attack speed and everything. It's just absolutely insane. So, they're playing smart here, able to ban out these heroes, and also banning out that Aura, that new hero. He is annoying, especially if you know how to play him, and his combo's right. He's able to take down any hero, go in and out. Correction, not almost every hero. Able to go in and out of a match, knowing who to attack, who to stun, and prioritize, But just looking at this bans here, we do see a lot of mages open. We do see a Yve open. Hopefully they can pick up a Yve or pick up a Kadita maybe, as we did see from last match with Dark Immortal with Jay picking up that Kadita, very menacing on the field. So who knows, her prioritizing could be good, but they did leave open that Joy, someone who's normally banned, but yet is left open to walk around. So who knows who do you think would be a good suppression hero to counter this Joy?
It would have to be the Franco. I mean, if not the Franco, the only one on the board left is the Saber, and we see more Francos be slotted than the Saber nowadays. And looking at the draft so far, with that Joy being slotted in, there are still some picks on the table that provide a little bit of value. We do know that Valentina is still walking, so maybe sliding that in early may be an option, but they are going to go ahead and secure their damage dealers. There goes the Valentina into the hands of Kenshiro, but Guapo is also going to pick up this carry, the Speedy Light Wills. We've seen how dominant this carry used to be, but the recent patches, still very explosive, but there are a lot of heroes who can give her a hard time. It's like in the C server, I mean, we've seen the Harith and also the Lunox pretty much dominate the carry in that gold lane almost every single time.
Yeah, you do know people that can counter her is very important on the field, And I also, in my own opinion, we did talk about who is a good counter against, the Joy. And actually in Team Caliber, I actually do know a good, I believe it's the Roamer is a good Franco. I couldn't remember their names because they have little name changes, but I believe if they have Franco right here, it could be a good pick. But we do see them going with this Hylos jungle, a very interesting pick, you know. But who knows? It may work out. But we do see, you know, Choco picking up this Claude late game with his core items is absolutely insane. Able to split push, able to get his stacks and go into team fights, melt down a lot of these heroes. Could possibly melt down. Actually, can melt down this Valentina, this carry right here. But who knows how this plays out? And we do see, you know, Franco. I mean, Team Fnatic Esports taking with that Franco.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and pick up that suppression like you kind of talked about earlier. An answer over there from Mikey on the Joy. And now looking at the second ban phase, Fanny has been taken off. They are trying to limit the jungle pickups for, you know, Guapo and his team. And you got to be careful. Fnatic Esports, if you do allow them to get Assassin, they are a high elo team. But Ling is still an option as well. When they do have that Franco on board, they have that suppression, so it kind of stops an Assassin from being slotted on the side of Caliber. Not to mention the Franco can also grab up this Claude with the Bloody Hunt if he's not careful. So I do expect an Assassin being picked up, but also they need a little bit more of a stronger frontline presence on the side of Fnatic Esports. So maybe locking in something in the XP lane that can provide that may be an option, or even going a jungler that is a little beefier could be an option. The Akai actually would work out really great here because he can also give this Claude a very hard time when he does rush him with the Blazing Duets. If you can hit him with that headbutt, you can kind of cancel that out. And I really want to see what they have in store. So far, we are looking at the Esmeralda. I didn't expect that one to be slotted, but wait, Dairat's still on the board. Do you think because they can put this Joy in the jungle and pick a Dairat. They can put this Joy in the mid and pick a Dairat. I don't know. Do you see the Dairat coming out right now?
You know, who knows? You know, I think they have left over, you know, their Roam and their Mage, but who knows? They could slide in this Dairat and do a little switcheroo with their team right now. We just need to see how they were to counter against this Esmeralda. You know, she did get a recent buff with the patch. Her buff, you know, is able to make her more tankier with her shield, and her damage is absolutely insane. You know, this is just absolutely insane, this draft, you know. But in my own opinion, for a good mage right here, I feel like, oh, Valier, they're hovering over this Valier, you know, providing that CC, making sure they don't want Franco hooking this Claude right now, because hopefully they're relying on their Claude, but they do lock in this Valier and Minotaur, providing, you know, that CC with his ultimate, able to knock up all of their teammates, all of the Fnatic Esports. How do you feel, you know, just looking at this Caliber's lineup, who do you think would be a good counter against it?
Well, I feel like the Akai is okay. I mean, they locked in the Minotaur, not something you typically see, but usually when there's a Valentina slotted, teams go for that, and it's just because Valentina really profits only after two heroes, right, or two roles, and that's primarily the mid lane and the roam. Is you want to get that group CC, and you also want to get that artillery if that is provided, and with them not putting that out, that is a good counteract to give Kenshiro a harder time to figure out who he wants to grab with that IMU. There's not really anybody here he can profit off of, so you are going to have to see him playing a little bit more passive. But Miko doing something a little untraditional for himself in the jungle is going to go ahead and slot in this X-Borg, and that is going to finalize the draft for both sides. And ladies and gentlemen, the polls are out, the questions are there. Who do you guys see taking game one? And also extending this question over to Raz, with these compositions locked in, is there any team that you're kind of more on favor for in the early game?
You know, I do love seeing my Esmeralda slotted because I am an Esmeralda main, but I'm gonna have to actually give it to Team Caliber because you did say there's not really much for Valentina to use the IMU. Like, I can see maybe only high-lows just to go in with his ultimate, but that's basically almost it. Not having a useful or for Team Fnatic, but who knows, you know, they could surprise us on how they play going into the match. It's just, you just need to know who to get and how to use it correctly. You know, they could, as I said, they could just take high-lows in and rush in if they're low, maybe, but only, you know, time can tell. And if, for my own opinion, I wouldn't instant lock Valentina because they have a chance to, you know, counter her, not give her the ults that she needs.
It looks like a little bit of a request for a pause right now for the side of Caliber, so we are going to take it back to the caster's desk and you know, kind of harping a little bit more on what we were talking about in terms of this early game advantage. I'm kind of probably lean toward, this is a hard one, but honestly, I feel like Franco, his problem is he can easily be overpressured. He's a single target CC roamer, which means there is no set potential on the side of Fnatic Esports, and they're going to have to play this very smart. Is you have to kind of bank on Franco being aggressive, getting the bloody hunt or connecting with an iron hook. If he's not on point, if his accuracy is not on par, then they're not going to be able to get online with the sets that they need in these crucial engagements. And Caliber has a few options of their own to kind of lean on when things don't work the first time, right? They have the Minotaur. He does have that Minoan Fury, that group CC, kind of been replacing the Atlas recently in the MLSA. And it's a wise answer because you don't want to pick the Atlas when you're going up against Valentina, but the Minotaur, Valentina can't use the Minoan Fury. She has to charge up the energy, so it's not as beneficial, and that is why they picked it up instead of the Atlas. And with that Minotaur being in play, it's going to be an easier time for him to get those sets. But not to mention, you're also looking at this Hylos in the jungle, something we haven't seen too often, but we've seen it. A little bit of that blast from the past and past seasons that used to be a very strong pick, and it still works. And that's also going to provide that glorious pathway for mobility and also some additional CC when the Minotaur can't find those sets the team is relying on. And so I do see Franco probably getting overpressured. So I'm going to put this match more on the side of Caliber, but I'm not going to count out Fnatic Esports. If Franco can find a way to get online, then he can turn this in his favor and get his team ready for these neutral objectives. But if Franco falls short and gets overpressured, then I feel like that's one of the keys to victory that Caliber is going to bank on to take the early win and take the early objectives away from Fnatic.
That is true. You know, Franco is basically almost the backbone of this team, but, you know, he's almost easily countered with this Valir, you know, with that CC. It would have pushed him back and not him be able to get close. But as you did say, if he's able to land that iron hook for a really good, like basically just aiming for, I would say, marksman, because, you know, Claude, especially late game, is very dangerous. But just looking at this match right now, we do see something happening around red buff.
You are going to see a little bit of the contest over on red buff, as you are seeing Franco and Kenshin needing the recall dangerously low. It looked like the side of Caliber was trying to opt in on that early aggressive stance to possibly pick up first blood, but not able to secure it, which means both teams are still kind of even. And you are seeing from that over aggression and not focusing on a farm, Fnatic leading the way a little bit by gold, but it's still anybody's game to take this momentum and shift the pace in their favor for the early game.
That is, you know, we do almost see Expert with the level 4, and he just got his level 4, and now he's able to get his, once he marks you with his stacks, able to do that true damage, which can be very deadly. You know, we do see them able to contest right now.
You're going to see the last Insanity not able to hit the mark. All members of Caliber still sitting strong on that bottom side and in the bush. And look at Minotaur trying to get a possible setup. Does have all of that Fury winded up for a possible set. But on the top side, Battle Mirror Image, looks like Claude was able to get out of that with barely an HP as Fnatic Esports went in for the gank. But this is going to allow Guapo with the separation to chip a lot of this gold off this turret and have the advantage in terms of farm over against Claude on the top side.
You know, it is true. You know, they are providing more assistance to the carry, because even though she does not have the damage she did with her recent time, able to get her core items is very key. You know, we do see them having a little fight around bot lane.
You are seeing the fight on the way, but looks like Turtle was able to go. Was it Fanatics? Did Fanatics steal that? First blood, you are going to see Esmeralda pick that up. No, actually, Caliber did pick that up on that Turtle play, and now a double kill from Jimmy Cutie is going to go ahead and take down Hylos, the jungler, for the side of Caliber. And right now, 2-0, looking at the gold, Fanatics has found a way to shift the momentum in the early phase in their advantage.
That is, you know, we do see all this, you know, like Esmeralda going in. As I say, her shield with this recent buff is absolutely insane. Able to take all that damage is just absolutely insane, you know. But in my own opinion, just looking at all this, you know, they're being really too aggressive, actually, you know, putting themselves out there. We do see Minotaur with his little stomps.
He's going to go in, possibly Minoan Fury on the way, Glorious Pathway, and the Speedy Light Wills. You are going to see Valir pick up a kill. It's going to go ahead and burst down this Franco. Bro, they have so many crazy names, and I got to call them by the heroes. But anyway, as this match is prevailing, this is just crazy. I'm like, I'm about to read their name. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely not saying that live on stream. But looking at the match so far, you are seeing 2-1 Fanatics leading the way on the scoreboard and also leading in terms of kills by 200. But a battle in the mid-river may change that, as you are seeing the electrifying beats provided by Mikey on this Joy, hit by Esmeralda, now stunned inside of the mid-river over there by the burst fireball provided over there by Valir. And both teams again not able to translate these fights into a kill. I can't knock them from that, right? There's a time to be passive and there's a time to be aggressive, but as long as you're not losing members on your team, you are okay.
That is true. You know, we do need to see this mage. We need to see a little bit more rotation, you know, because Valier, I won't say there's a lot of other good mages, but he's able to provide that CC. Able to, you know, if the team were to go in, he's able to protect them, you know. We do see this Minotaur able to take out this Esmeralda, so they do know they have a member off the board to try to go around for turtle. But it's a little too late because we do see Fnatic Esports taking that turtle, able to see that their team is bot lane. But hold up, there's a fight happening.
You're going to see Kitro securing a kill onto Valier. That last Sanity forcing him into that bush. And now Chronos going to take a kill of his own. This is going to shut down Xborg. You're going to see Claude take down Franco. Fight not over though, as Minotaur on the chase is going to shut down Valentina. And Guapo is going to go ahead and take down Minotaur, pick up a double and for Claude, who's going to shut down Guapo in that engagement. And that is going to be a 4-for-1 trade. Right now, 6-4 Caliber has shifted the scoreboard in their favor, leading in kills.
You know, they are leading because it's very dangerous to get this Cloud fed. You know, once he gets this, he already has Demon. Looking at the items here, he does already have that Demon Hunter sword. You know, it's very scary to give him that Demon Hunter sword because now what he uses is Blazing Duets. It can provide more damage for his team. It's really scary to get this Cloud fed. You know, so I would say Fnatic Esports does need to gank Claude a bit more to get him under farm, to provide more gold for their carry to hopefully turn this match around, you know. But as I did say, we do need to see this mage rotating where they are. That I would say, in my own opinion, that a mage can be a backbone of the team if they provide good CC and good sets and rotation. But just overall with these rotations, Weezy, do you still are you still going for Team Caliber?
Oh, I don't know right now. Fnatic Esports on the chase. Last Sanity. Kintaro picking up a kill. This is going to shut down Mikey on the Joy, and it's going to create the opportunity for them to take this tier 1 turret on the bottom side. But on the top side, a mirror image effect, as you are going to see member fall. Down goes I'm Sad, and also you are going to see Cops fall in that engagement as well. Now Guapo in a bad situation, trying to rush out, but Claude is going to go ahead and pick up Killing Spree, shutting him down and looking in the mid lane. Fight on the way. You are seeing a lot of AoE damage provided by Chronos, and you are going to see Valier pick up that kill, but Electrifying Beats to respond. Kintaro rushing in on this Valentina with that IMU, and now Esmeralda trying to end it off, trying to seal the deal off that damage provided. Not able to close the mark though, and you are going to see Claude pick up a kill, shuts down Esme. You are going to see Kintaro get a kill as well. It's going to go ahead and take down Dreamy Cutie or actually Chronos. And right now, both teams fighting it out 10-7. Still pretty even on the board in terms of kills, but in terms of objectives, you are seeing them still even on that as well. Like, they're pretty much an eye for an eye right now, as they're able to take the tier 1 turret on the bottom side for Fnatic Esports, but on the top side, a mirror image effect, Caliber was able to take the tier 1 turret in their favor, meaning it's going to be a battle in the mid lane. Who's going to be able to crack open the space and take this tier 1 turret, and also take this turtle, as you are seeing the fight on the way, the Bloody Hunt on to this Franco right now, as he is trying to rush out, but in a bad situation. Is going to be bursted down over there by this Minotaur. Miko is going to pick up the turtle in favor for Fnatic, picking up a kill, takes down Valier. You are going to see a lot of damage to respond though. Dreamy Cutie rushing away, Chronos on the chase, and in the mid lane still, I'm Sad, providing a lot of that frontline presence. You're going to see Claude unstoppable, shut down Kindra on Electrifying Beats onto Miko, is going to burst him out of the game as well. Miko going to go ahead and take down Export as well. And, you know, just so much going on. Both these teams just fighting it out, but overall, you are seeing Caliber winning these trades as they were able to take the mid lane tier 1 turret.
You know, Caliber able to take this tier 1 tower, is able to provide more vision for Team Caliber, able to open up map more for them to provide more ganks, and they are getting this Cloud really fed, which is very, very dangerous. You know, just look at the items here. We do see Cloud already with 2 items with the Demon Hunter Sword and the Golden Staff. You know, it's very, very dangerous. He already has his almost his 3 core items. You know, he just basically needs those 2 core items to basically take over the game. We do see Valier with the Ice Queen 1, already able to burn the opponents in the start of the game, not able to provide a slowness for them. It's just absolutely insane. This mage is very, very good in my own opinion. And just looking at this engagement here, we do see Franco missing a lot of his iron hooks, which is very, very, needs to be crucial, you know, able to land a hook to be able to save the game. But To be honest, Weezy, we do see Carrie's a very good, late game hero. They might push us to late game. Do you feel like they're able to make a comeback?
Ooh, I'm not sure. Right now, you are seeing a lot of pressure provided by Caliber, and they don't look like they're planning on stopping anytime soon. But with pressure, sometimes comes mistakes on over-aggression, but you are seeing them zone out this turret right now, as you are going to see Claude pick that up with no contest, and that is some good macro, some good micro, a good read on the lane, and an overall understanding of what objectives to prioritize. And if they keep this up, Fanatics is not going to be able to get out of this. As down goes the triple set with the Minoan Fury, but terrified. A lot of damage onto him. Guapo is going to go ahead and burst him down. You already see Claude take down Guapo. Claude going to also pick up a kill and take down Valentina. Kronos, though, to respond, is going to take out Franco. That's going to be a 3-for-1 trade, with Caliber still taking this advantage. And now, going to also earn a little bit more off of that skirmish and take this Lord uncontested.
That is true. Since they are able to take out Team Fnatic Esports, they do have no one to basically stop them from taking this Lord. And we do see Halo securing that Lord, which can put Team Caliber right in their favor, able to almost end this game. But who knows, as I said, if we can get Carrie farm a bit, get her core item. Just looking at the items right here, we do see Carrie with the golden staff and the corrosion, also building into that wind of nature, getting that wind of nature to hopefully take some damage off of that Claw to be able to immune the physical. But just overall, this match is going very, very good. This Minotaur be able to be the front line for Caliber, able to ride that CC, and the Valiers back up. Just with more sieges, this team has a lot of CC, and we do see Hylos going in.
With the glorious pathway, last insanity to get away, but the Iron Hook, the bloody hunt, Guapo is going to burst down the Minotaur, and now the Lord making his way into the tier 2 turret is going to go ahead and take that off the board. Another advantage for Caliber on this aggressive push. Look at Joy trying to get the electrifying beats, does activate, but needs to get out of there as he is dangerously low. Mikey on the retreat is now going to work on this tier 2 turret for the top side. As long as Kronos and Valir and also Claude have the same game plan, they are going to be able to contest that with no problem. And they're going to burst it out of the way, and another objective landing in their laps right now. And I got to say, Caliber having all the answers to the test, and Fnatic looking like they didn't study at all, and they need to find a way to shift the momentum that Caliber has built up away from them and take it and turn it into their favor, some fuel to be able to burst this game out in their favor. But you did see a concealed play, not really leading to anything, and you are going to see Caliber now going back to their side of the jungle. They've taken a lot. They've claimed a lot of major victories on these minor battles. And if they keep this up, this may be a possible early finish heading on their way against Fnatic Esports.
That is true. We do all these little plays, these little fights that they're having are in their favor. And we do see the bloody hunt top lane.
Bloody Hunt is going to go ahead and activate onto Mikey, that direct counter that we talked about, but not really going to phase him at all, as he's still sitting with majority of his HP, not even needing to recall. And I got to say right now, right, if I'm the side of Fnatic Esports looking at the map, this is alarming. This is a major red flags. We are too far behind. We're down by about 3,000 gold. It's only 12 minutes in. We are in the mid phase. We need to play safe, but you also got to look at who is going to provide that late game damage, and that's going to be Guapo. So you got to make sure you're kind of saving him for that finale. You got to protect him at all costs. If they do pick him off, it's going to be a hard time for them to be able to contest the push that Caliber is providing right now. And even looking at the Joy on the top side, given that split push potential to keep Esmeralda at bay, and now the Minoan Fury for the quad setup. My God, what a play! Caliber is going to pick up some kills. You are going to see Claude shut down Carry. You are going to see Kronos take down Franco, and down goes the tier 2 turret on the bottom side. A huge victory for Caliber, but they're not done there. Look at Miko, low in HP. Mikey's going to go in for the kill. Too aggressive, though. Is going to be bursted down by the fire missiles and also the inhibitor turret damage, and that's going to be a kill picked up for the side of Fnatic.
It is, yeah, they do get that kill off of this, Mikey, but, we do see half of their team almost gone. They did take out that, I believe there was a marksman and the roam. It's very, so they could have no problems going against this Lord, able to have that jungle open. They do secure the Lord, which is really, really good in Team Caliber's favor. Everything is just going well. We just need to be careful for that Minotaur ult. If I was Fnatic Esports, I would just hold the fight, try not to be too aggressive, try not to go in, and protect, as you did say, protect this carry at all costs, Guapo, because Guapo, his late game is absolutely insane with his core items. And we do, looking at the items right here, we do see Claude already full build and providing the immortality for extra protection. so he's not gonna die. You know, once he puts that immortality, he can easily escape. Which, in my own opinion, Franco needs to hook this Claude. He needs to hook Choco. Once he's able to get that Choco, able to stun him with the Bloody Hunt, it almost could be a game turnaround. You know, we do see a little contestants around mid lane.
Yeah, a little bit of a skirmish on the way. Glorious Pathway rushing into an inhibitor, possibly, but the last insanity for the AoE damage. Miko not doing any damage to Caliber with his biggest utility moveset, and you are going to see the inhibitor be taken down. That is going to be Claude, who did claim that, and now on the bottom side, you are seeing Mikey electrifying beats, but the Bloody Hunt onto Kronos. Kintro going to pick up the kill, provided over there by Franco, and that is going to be one of the roams down the roam jungle. Hylos jungle taking off the board for Caliber. Now the concealed play going in. Last insanity for the AoE damage. They can't get out of it. The explosion does happen, and they get some serious impact off of it. And now you are seeing the burst fireball, and you are seeing this Valera actually work in their favor to be able to stop them on that aggressive chase, which did not translate into any kills on that concealed play. And now with them recon, they may have another chance to fight this off.
Yes, you know, all this whole match is just absolutely insane. Their fights, the fights that they're providing are winnable, and if they are too low, they're able to escape, which is really, really good. You know, we don't want to throw the match a bit, you know, trying to put this in Team Fnatic Esports' favor. But looking at Caliber here, their lineup, their everything, we do see the Claude already said full build. We do see Joy already with her 3 core items, with that glowing wand, Ice Queen wand, and I believe it's Oracle. Yeah, Oracle. Everything, you know, she's able to provide more burst for her team, especially with the electrifying beats, able to go in, burst down their mage, you know, burst down actually almost any of their team right here. We do see the exploit with that bloodless axe, Oracle, and immortality, but you know, we do see a fight happening in bot lane.
Huge fight on the bottom side. Bloody Hunt is going to go ahead and translate into a kill. Down goes Valir, but can they get another? You are going to see a response. Miko on the over-aggression on this Valir using the last insanity is going to try and get out with that immortality. Mikey going to take down Franco, but the Glorious Pathway, Falling Starman going in from Esmeralda. Legendary kill, though, over there from Claude, who is going to take down Miko. And now Guapo's going to shut down this Minotaur as well with the speedy light wheels. And Mikey still trying to find an answer. You are going to see Hylos with another Glorious Pathway dashing across the wall for the stun onto Kinchiro. And now the electrifying beats on the way, but no, Valentino with the Terrify. Kinchiro's going to take down Mikey. All this fight inside of the Lord Pit. Immortality being procced over there by Claude, who's going to find a legendary kill, takes down Guapo, give him a slight advantage in terms of range ability, and he is going to get out with the Battle Mirror Image just in time, and now going to go ahead and try and claim some HP back from clearing these minions. And overall, this may be what Caliber needs to be able to take this Lord. With Guapo being down, they have the damage. Not having that marksman is crucial in the late game, and this may be the chance for them to take this objective. But looking at Dreamy Cutie, looking at Franco, they have other plans. They are going to stay there for Zonage and Vision, and it looks like they are not going to go for this objective, which means they're going to be fighting this again inside of this Lord Pit for another try, with both teams having all members spawning back in.
You know, they did have a chance to get Lord, but I did see the Hylos wasted that red tree, you know, able to fight that little slowness, but who knows, they might have a plan right here. They are fighting, they are planning to hold this Lord out, possibly hold out this fight for Lord, and we do see Franco with that Bloody Hunt and the Iron Hook.
And the Iron Hook, that's right, the double CC chain, but Mikey is able to withstand all of it and get out just in time, but the IMU over there by Kintro on the chase, not going to be able to find him. He is going to make his way back to the base unharmed, and now a possible counterplay. You are going to see Clyde pick up a kill. Legendary shuts down Esmeralda. Now they're going in for more. Going to go ahead and take down Franco as well. Clyde picking up that double kill. Can he get a triple? Yes, he does. He is going to rush in with the Blazing Duet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they needed. And then getting out just in time. He could have picked up the Maniac right there on Miko, but no. He's going to keep his eyes on the objectives. And now, with that advantage of numbers, leaving only Guapo and Miko on the side of Fnatic, Caliber is going to claim this Luminous Lord.
You know, he could have got that Maniac, but as you did say, you know, objectives are first. They're able to get that Lord, able to clear waves, able to use that Lord as backup help for pushing the tower straight to the Nexus. This Calibers right now, their synergy is there. They are on beat with everything. This match is absolutely, I keep saying it's absolutely insane. Their fights are absolutely crazy. They have the good vision. Everything that they're providing is there. This is what team synergy is. Looking at that, now I can hopefully extend the items. We do see almost all of these heroes with full builds. I'm still gonna say, we do need this carry. Guapo, we do see Guapo with that full build. Able to get that good defense item against their Valier, because Valier with that burst, slowness, and burning is just a menace to everyone on this team fight. Able to provide TC is just absolutely insane. Able to hopefully not make Team Fnatic Esports with a comeback, and we do see them going in.
You're going to see them put on a trampoline with them in known fury. Fnatic Esports in a bad situation, trying to contest the inhibitor turret on the bottom side, but you are going to see Kronos on that situation. The high-loss jungler for the side of Caliber giving Fnatic the numbers, but looks like Caliber still on the push, trying to take this inhibitor on the bottom side. It's going to be denied by Guapo and Dreamy Cutie. They're going to go ahead and clear out those minions, and this is going to be another chance for Fnatic to turn this game around as they were able to contest the aggressive push from Caliber onto that Nexus.
We do see a future comeback happening. We do see almost half of Fnatic's team with immortality. It could provide that extra life, extra chance to make a difference if they were to have a little band team fight. But it just comes down. We're already in the late game. Now it just comes down to who has the good synergy, who can provide good vision, or who can provide a good team fight. A good team fight could cause a win. If one team goes down, one member goes down, since we're in the late game phase, it's going to be a longer respawn time. So we do need to watch out who are positioning, especially for Choco right here. If he were to go down, it could be devastating. But we do see Caliber trying to go after this Esmeralda, but we do see her escaping, not trying to contest, because we do know, as I did say, we need to be careful when we contest, because we are in the late game phase, and we do see, hopefully another fight mid lane.
Another fight on the way right now. Caliber trying to hold them off, trying to close this out as they do have the lane advantage, but now it's a 21-minute game, meaning the respawn timers when you fall are almost a minute long, meaning either side can now take this with the respawn timer in effect, and you are seeing Caliber on the push, but Fnatic to respond, being comfortable fighting outside of their base. But is this the right decision? Is this the push you want to take? There is a Lord now spawning in, so Caliber does have the advantage. They have the zonage, and they are going to try and proxy the side of Fnatic Esports out for being able to take this objective. The 21-minute enhanced Luminous Lord is definitely the hugest valuable target, the most prioritized target on the board right now, and both teams understanding its importance are going to fight over it for the Lord Pit. And now Kronos getting hit with the Iron Hook is going to be shut down over there by Franco, and now the Blazing Duet going in, falling storming from Esmeralda, immortality being procced, double immortality being procced, but Minotaur is going to rush in for the knock-up, and a big stun on to Franco. You are going to see Guapo shut down the Claude now, and that's going to be two members out of the board for Caliber, and a huge advantage. All team members for Fnatic Esports are still standing tall, meaning they will be able to take this objective. Like you said, the respawn timer is super long. It's like 45 seconds now, and when you take out the marksman, you can pretty much call it GG's on whatever objective you're going for, as long as your marksman is still alive and you have protection to be able to provide him when he is in that back line. And that is how we are seeing Fnatic turn this tide back around in their favor. 22 minutes in, and now having a Luminous Lord may be able to claim some of these turrets they had a hard time pushing into in the early phase.
Yes, looking at the kills right here, we do see Caliber with 25, and then we do see Fnatic Esports with 19, but we do see Fnatic Esports with that little bit of gold lead, because we do see Carry making this comeback. As I'm saying, Carry is almost the backbone of this team, providing that late game, able to push these turns, going for objectives. It's just the main key to winning. So now we just see that, as you did say, it's a 45-second long timer, so now we just need to watch out what we do in these plays right here. We do see, Fnatic Esports going for that mid turret, and they are securing that mid turret, opening up the map more, and we do see, a little fight around Lord.
Yeah, you do see a fight around the Lord right now. Caliber trying to contest and not allowing him to crash into the tier 2 turret, but Looks like Fnatic responding is going to opt in for this fight. Blazing Duet going down. Miko hit with the Immortality is going to get out of there, but the last Insanity for the AoE damage hit by the set. Guapo is going to go ahead and shut down Hylos, but you are going to see Valir take down Franco to respond. 1 for 2 right now as Guapo's going to go ahead and take down Minotaur, and Valentina's going to pick up double, takes down not only Mikey, but also I'm Sad, and that is going to leave only Claude to defend against the 4-man team, pushing in the mid lane, taking the tier 2 turret, and now making work of the inhibitor. Can Claude hold him off? They only have 1 lane. He has 1 job to do, but the last Insanity on the way is going to opt in with the explosion, but it looks like Carrie's going to pick up that kill, and Fnatic Esports is going to claim the game. An epic comeback over Caliber.
Yes, an epic comeback indeed. As I did say, they do need to get their carry fed. Once she got her items, she was able to provide that push for Fnatic Esports. As you do see, the turret damage is off from carry, from Guapo. Guapo deserves actually the MVP for pushing all these turrets here. It's just absolutely insane, you know. Caliber couldn't keep up. We do see Choco trying to provide the little help he needed for that last team fight. The only team member to defend, it wasn't enough for Fnatic Esports, so we just hope Caliber can make a turnaround in game 2.
What a beautiful game indeed, and you were able to see Caliber, who did have the advantage, shut down by Fnatic Esports in the end. And it, like I said, that 21-minute mark, respawn timers are too long, and when your marksman falls and the other one is still alive, that is a huge advantage. Every member matters in that situation, and you were able to see the late game presence a lot stronger from the side of Fnatic to close that out, and an impressive game nonetheless. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not the final game, as both these teams are competing in the final series of today in a best of 3. But that is going to be the side of Fnatic's having game 1, meaning they have the potential to get a possible sweep. And with that being said, we need to see Caliber have an answer and be able to close out the early game when they do have all the objectives in their favor. Because they won everything and they lost it all just as fast at the very end, if anything, even faster. So moving forward, Caliber, gotta find some way to close it out. You have to find a way to get inside of that Nexus and secure the game after everything you worked so hard for. If not, you're gonna see a team that knows how to play the late game really well, that plays passive, take advantage of the mistakes, and turn it around in their favor for an epic comeback 24 minutes in. But ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, as both these teams are getting ready to jump in match 2 for Series 3 of today, MLSA. And we hope to see you guys here momentarily as they get ready to go back in the Land of Dawn.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home. Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked, but they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking, tell me on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something has gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now, made it now. You can't ever break us down, break us down. I'll be speechless for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not, and I'll never ever stop. Won't never stop, yeah.
Touch the sky, you're made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest, don't you know? You and I can make it out of the cold. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fighting our eyes around me are strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of the Dawn. We are the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy, and officially on the final series of the day, match 2, Fnatic Esports versus Caliber. And right now, you are seeing Fnatic Esports able to get the epic comeback, able to prevail in the late game. Caliber not finding a way to close it out in the early phase costed them, and with those mistakes, Fnatic made the most out of the situation and secured their victory, giving them a possible chance for a sweep in the final series of the day. But how will Caliber respond? Will they be able to close it out this time after winning all the neutral objectives in the beginning and also all the map advantage leaning in their favor? They have to find a way to shut them down. If they can find that, I can see them taking an early finish. But if not, again, we might be able to see Fnatic find a way to close this out in the late game, or even find a way to shut down their early game presence. Join on the desk, we have the amazing MLSA staff member, and also you've seen him in the Land of Dawn making amazing content for MLBB NA. Ladies and gentlemen, Yue is in the building as your analyst, and I will be your play-by-play. How you doing, Yue?
Thank you, Weezy. I'm doing great so far. We're ending the night with such a sweet game. A 25-minute game. Barely Fnatic was able to pull out ahead in just that last team fight. And, you know, some of the things that are coming into this draft, a lot of these late game marksmen that carry, that Claude is online. And I wonder if they're looking to go into some of these late game types of heroes once again, because it really proved that they were, you know, working really well. And a 25-minute game, we did see that MLSA Minotaur coming out once again, Weezy. That's just one of the picks that you guys really do enjoy.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, right? I'm starting to see a pattern with that. It's like every time somebody locks in a Valentina, they lock in the Minotaur because I guess Valentina can't really profit off them in no Fury set. Whereas, like, and it pretty much provides exactly what the Atlas does, but obviously an Atlas can take, or a Valentina can take the Fatal Links from the Atlas, but having that group set, it's a really good counter to the Val. That may have to be something I try out in the futures. It's been working. I mean, we've seen it right there in its finest form, working their advantage. And now looking at the draft so far on the side of Fnatic Esports, they are going to go ahead and take out this Faramis.
Yeah, and the response coming in from Caliber is going to be that Fredrin. We've seen the Fredrin play throughout this scrims, and you know, he is providing a lot of CC, a lot of jungle pressure. But just looking at some of these players, I do recognize a couple of the people coming up, specifically Puke on Cops. This guy is a roam main. He has dominated the North America for quite some time. Shout outs to you, my man. And you know, his name is actually one of the more noticeable ones, right? Puking on Cops. I'm not really sure what the origin is. Maybe someday we will get the answer to that. But
we'll just call him. We'll call him PC. We'll just call him PC.
We call him PC on this roam position. Again, I've seen him multiple times. But we go into this first game draft phase. That Julian and the Kaja are both being banned out.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because like you mentioned in these names, and I can't tell you how hard it was for me to cast the last game because I'm not trying to say Puke on Cops is gonna rush in for the kill. Somebody's gonna be listening from afar. What did he just say? You know, so yeah, it's just some interesting names. But even a more interesting game that we've seen for match 1 is Caliber was able to dominate in the early phase, and right now you were able to see the epic comeback on the side of Fnatic. And looking at the draft so far, they're gonna go ahead and take out this Julian, which means there is still some options on the table for both sides to pick up. That Kaj has been banned out, so we might be seeing some assassins on the way, Yue.
Wow. three blue bands right here. We have that Fairmix, we have that Julian, and a Nathan, right? And this what tells me is that there's a lot of heroes that are going to be opened up. The R lot is available. Oh, the R lot does get banned out, as we're saying, and you know, a lot of the assassins are available. We're talking about that Ling, Ling, Hayabusa, and Fanny, and some of the marksmans. You have the 1-1, you have that Brody, you have that Claude, and even that Carry available. And a lot of the mages are also open. The Valentina, the Eve, and something like maybe a Farsa or a Kadita. So I'm excited to see what kind of pick that they're going to start off with.
Ooh, and they're going to go ahead and take up this Valentina first pick. Normally I see that as a second pick option, but I mean, it still works in theory, but it could be an upscale battle depending on what Heroes Caliber chooses to decide on, because with the Valentina being slotted here, there's 5 options still available to counter him, meaning every player has not selected a hero yet, and now I think they're going to be like, okay, there's a Valentina. We're not picking this. We're not picking that, and that may not work in Miko's favor going forward. As you are seeing, I'm sad, hovering over this glue right now, but with that glue, Faramis has been banned out, so it still can work in theory. I've been wondering, like, people say the Vexan is a good counter for the glue, and I'm wondering, I really have been wanting to see it, but looks like they're going to go ahead and take up this Franco, and that's going to give Miko the bloody hunt as well.
So here's the thing, right? Valentina first pick, it really hits that draft pressure right at the beginning of the match. It just forces you to kind of choose your draft a little bit differently. And I feel like teams can go one of 2 ways when they see this Valentina, especially picked in the early. And that first way is to build a lot of weird ultimates that the Valentina is just unable to use. We could talk about kind of like an Harith, a Hilda, something like that. But the second way is just to choose so many good ultimates that the Valentina can only pick one, and it does seem like Caliber is looking to offer that strategy. The Bloody Hunt is one of those skills that is really, really good. That suppression is just so hard to deal with, and the Black Dragon form is also one of those ultimates that is a little bit hard to use, but does provide that zone at that turtle. But with the first phase already being locked in, we see that Beatrix coming in, and also the Brats from that Fnatic side, and that tells me it might be a little bit of a Ube strat going on.
Yeah, it could be a possible Ube strat, and right now, you know, time will tell. And I gotta say, I'm not really a fan of the Sicilian lately. He kind of takes a long time to wind up, and that doesn't allow a lot of pressure in that mid lane, and we've seen the mid lane is a very huge role in terms of rotating to the sides and getting them online. And with the Sicilian, he's gonna have to play very passive and wait to get them stacks, that ticking time bomb at its finest. And I'm not really sure that was the wisest answer. Yeah, I know they have the Barats. Roseanne is very beefy, and you need something to be able to burst it down when the game gets a little later, but that is the only beefy hero they have. And I feel like maybe going in for something a little bit more early and putting your late game damage to the hands of your marksman could have been a smarter decision, like taking up the Lilia for an example. But with that being slotted in, I wonder who they're going to go in for the early game presences. That's putting a lot into the hands of Mikey so far, and if they go for a late game marksman, they're going to have a lot of trouble on the early game potential, especially with the draft we're seeing so far from the side of Fnatic Esports.
I definitely agree. There is a lot of disadvantage locking in that Sicilian, right? He has to go into that late game. But what is good on the Sicilian, especially towards this Valentina, is his range. He's able to abuse his first skill and just able to hit a lot of the targets without really being punished, right? And there's also that Barat. So Barat tends to get a little bit big towards that mid and that late game stage, especially with a lot of stacks. And Sicilian loves that big targets. He could just farm off of that. So the Sicilian, one of those late game insurance, and maybe since that last game, they were able to go 25 minutes. So they really think, hey, let's try to grab a late game, because it does look like both teams are going to go for that late game scaling.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right? They can't go for a beefier composition. They could even pull out something like the Grok and the XP lane, because we still don't know who Yuzong is going to be going up against. And also, there's still an option to be able to lock in an assassin on the side of Caliber. And okay, we didn't see it work the first time, and I don't know if we're ready to see it pulled out another time, as they are hovering over this Hanzo.
Yeah, but a lot of the bans coming out, that Atlas and that Estus, right? Atlas does provide that Fatal Links and is really, really good against the Franco. But Estus, although it's going to be paired well with the Barats, it does not do so well with the Franco, because unfortunately the suppress that's coming from Franco, or even a Kaja able to single target one of the members, usually just forces Estus ults right off the bat, right? But 2 marksman bans coming in from Fnatic sides, they're making sure that that this Beatrix has no hard matchup going into this game, and that Dairoth being locked in right now.
And that Dairoth being locked in, since they do have the Yuzong, that is definitely going to be in the jungle. And now looking at the side of Fanatics, they are going to go, like you said, the Ube strat. They are going to go ahead and put in support for the roam, and there goes the Grok. But some things to look at, though. They have a beefy composition, but you're going up against a Dairoth. You'll be able to break that armor and provide the opportunity for his team to burst you down. And he is a very good early game option, especially against a double beefy composition like they are running so far. Then not to mention, Sicilian loves the frontline heroes, and that may work in his favor the later this game goes. And that is going to be the draft finalized for the side of Fnatic Esports.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out is when we go towards that late game stage for Fnatic's side at this moment, you do see this Grok and you do see this Bratz. They could opt to go for a split push, but it does really show me that, hey, they are trying to group together, because Grok at the late game is just unable to really push out these waves super fast. And if Bratz is being pushed out onto these lanes, they don't really have a necessarily full frontline tank, right? The Matilda is going to be able to search some of these bushes, but it might just not be enough. And with the last pick finalized, they do opt to go for this Melissa.
And I think the Melissa was an excellent pick, right? They have a very frontline composition who is going to go full force into these engagements. And Melissa with that go away is going to deny that kill onto the backline. And with that protection in her favor, and also that Inspire, not to mention the Dairoth who can break the armor of the Barats and also the Grok, I think it's going to work out really well in their favor. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. They also have this Franco who will provide that suppression. But we got to look at the Valentina, right? The Valentina has been slotted in. It was the first pick. And right now, she still can take the Franco's ultimate, and I would say probably be the most beneficial one to be able to get a shutdown. But with that single target CC, with her being squishy, she will be herself not able to move inside of that Bloody Hunt as well, so that may be a possible pickoff for the opposing side. And looking at the draft so far, UA, I gotta ask you, which team do you think will be able to take this first neutral objective, as you are seeing Caliber going up against Fnatic Esports?
Oh, Weezy, I'd love to answer that question. And again, we always try to look at the jungle emblems, right? Or the jungler's emblem, actually. The Bratz is holding on to that Demon Slayer, so he is going to be farming extremely fast. Versus that Dairoth with the killing spree, that just means that he is going to be out to look for this kill. So in terms of the early games, I do want to see Fnatic just prioritizing a lot of these objectives, right? Making sure that they are going to be heading into that turtle. But Valentina already chunked low, and that really tells me that, hey, they are losing a little bit of the pressure on the mid lane, and a little double invade strategy coming in right now.
Yeah, you are seeing the invasion, but right now, Grok almost hit by the Sanguine Claws of 4 versus 1. That's impacting the Iron Hook! Oh my goodness! He was barely able to get out of that alive. You are seeing some heavy pressure for Caliber, as they have a lot on the line right now. They're currently down by 1, and they need this game in order to kind of even out the series and take this to a game 3. If not, you're going to be seeing Fanatics close this out with a sweep.
Yeah, and I kind of want to talk about the synergy that's going to be coming in from this Matilda and the Barats, right? This is the strategy that we see quite often in the Blacklist's book, and Matilda just being that nuisance, that second skill, just able to get Barats out of any situation. And Barats is just one of those frontline that's just really hard to kill, and it does look like they are going for this gold crab up here.
Yeah, they were going for the gold crap, and it looks like PC was taken down to about half HP over there from this jungle Dairoth, who is still overstaying his welcome. But on the bottom side, First Blood was picked up over there by on this Grok with that high and dry. It's gonna go ahead and take down a Mikey on the 2v1 situation, and now Lord or Turtle in play. You are seeing the Iron Hook, a little bit of a mobilization onto Miko. Bat's impact connecting as well. And now Grok is going to wind up with the power of nature. They do have the zoners. They have the aggro. Jungler nowhere in sight. You're going to see pick up a kill. Takes down Dairoth. Good zonage to take down their jungler. And that is going to be Roseanne picking up the turtle for the side of Fnatic Esports. And now the circling eagle for the stun. And Roseanne going to also pick up a kill. He's going to burst down Yuzong. And that is going to be a 2-for-none trade and turtle in favor of Fanatics. And now the clash in the mid-river. Detna's welcome connecting. You're going to see the double kill as he is going to go ahead and take down Melissa.
A little bit of a misplay coming in, especially in that EXP lane. He did die early before the turtle and chooses to die again. He is only level 3. He doesn't have the Black Dragon form, Mikey. You got to make sure you are able to get that level 4 before these objectives, because that ultimate is going to be really big. And a lot of the kills are going towards the Fnatic side. They are looking to snowball into this game. A lot of the kills belong to the jungler right now on that Bratz, and he's just going to be so taking and a kill in the mid lane.
You're going to see the 3v1 situation. Dairoth's going to shut down Miko. Now the circling eagle wrapping around is going to go ahead and stun this Sicilian, now running away. You are seeing Barach trying to throw down that oil, trying to get a little bit of those missiles in play. You are going to see Detonus Welcome connect for the suppression onto the wall, the stun, and Dreamy Cutie going to combo that and take down Dairoth with the Iron Hook into the turret. You're going to see Dreamy pulled in, but able to dash out and kind of burst down with the Demir's passion on her way out as well. And right now, looking at the kill lead, 5-2, Fnatic Esports leading the way.
Yeah, a little bit of a connection coming in from the Barats, using his ultimate to stun up one of the targets, and with the grenade launcher coming in from Dream Cutie, it just connected and it was beautiful. 4 minutes in, 2k gold lead on Fnatic's side. Right now, the rotations are looking good. The turtle is spawning in 20 seconds, and it does look like the Barats is going to be making its way towards over there, right? Take a look at some of the items. We do see that the Franco is going in, but a Bloody Hunt
is going to go in for the stun onto Kronos, and now he's going to dash out as well. But on the top side, you're going to see Benish Rage, and now circling Eagle over there by PC. Going to go ahead and stun this Melissa, but now having to get out, as you are seeing a 4-man rotation from Caliber on that full wall defense, and now going to shift their focus to this turtle. Going to go ahead and pull up that aggro, but keep your eyes on Fnatic. They are trying to contest it. The suppression with the Iron Hook and the Bloody Hunt. You are going to see Sicilian pick up that kill off of that assist, and now the go away. You are seeing Roseanne trapped on the wall, but gonna go ahead and pick up the turtle with the retribution and the Detonus Welcome. Gonna shut down Kronos and also take down Melissa. Dreamy Cutie is gonna burst down Franco in this engagement. That's gonna be 3 members off the board for the side of Caliber. Can they make it 4? Yes, they can, as Yuno is gonna activate Killing Spree and burst down Mikey on the Yuzong.
Yeah, that Daytona's Welcome, you know, it's just one of those kits that Bratz is able to have, just eats up one of the opponents, especially on that jungler, just making sure that he's able to get this retry off as much as he can, right? There's 4k lead going towards Fnatic's side. A lot of the items are being built up as we go into this mid game, right? The Clock of Destiny is online on the Valentina and just got online from that Sicilian, and right now a fight happening.
Circling Eagle, talk about a bullseye. He's gonna go ahead and take down I'm Sad on the Franco. He caught himself in a 1v4 situation, but on the top side, you are seeing a 2v1 on the way, and Dreamy Cutie able to get the double, evening out the odds all by herself. But on the bottom lane, Roseanne getting a trade of his own is gonna take down the tier 1 turret.
Man, I'm scared for the side of Caliber right now, right? We have the Beatrix up so much gold, 4, 0, and 3, making sure that he was able to pick up this double kill and just going to be doing a lot of DPS and also this Bratz, but the fight happening. Circling
Eagle, you are going to see the Detonus Welcome on the way. Roseanne getting yet another stun, but in goes Dairoth. You are seeing Dreamy Cutie take a turn on the top side, uncontested. Bloody Hunt activated. Mikey shut down Miko. Kronos going to take down Roseanne, but not before he takes down Franco. And Yuno going to take down Mikey. A 2-for-2, but make that a 3-for-2, as you are going to see Dreamy take down Kronos. And now going to pick up a double. He's going to shut down the Sicilian in the mid lane. And it's going to be a huge advantage. 16-5 already. 6 minutes in. Fnatic Esports on fire.
Yeah, they are on fire. They're just snowballing ahead into this game. They're not really letting this Sicilian have a lot of pressure at that mid side, as they're just able to pick him off once again, right? And Caliber right now being down so much gold. This turtle is up at this 8-7 minute mark. So this will be that 3rd turtle right now. That 3rd turtle coming in. And, you know, with that jungle emblem on that Barats right now, he is just going to soak up so much damage, getting these free retries. And it does look like a possible invade cap happening right now.
Oh, the flicker wild charge and Bennett's rage. Dream Cutie Godlike gonna shut down and pick up a kill, and down goes Melissa as well. Kronos did fall in that engagement. Same with Sicilian, as you are seeing Yuno pick up the kill. 5-0 and 6 on this Grok, and with all of these members down, you're going to see yet another objective going to the hands of Fnatic Esports, the tier 1 turret for the mid lane, and now the pressure for the tier 2.
Yeah, 8K gold lead right now, and it's just adding on to Fnatic's bank account as they take on to this mid tower. They're doing a great job getting a lot of the jungle on the side of Caliber and just not letting them farm a lot, right? And what Caliber does have in their pocket is the Sicilian able to scale late game, but Grok right here.
He's gonna wind up with the power of nature, get the stun and the Guardian's barrier. The man is a monster. Is gonna make God's work a Sicilian, but Mikey to respond is gonna gobble him up with the Black Dragon. And I gotta say, this game is crazy. What is going on right now? I think Caliber needs to get out like a 20% loan to be able to even out this gold lead so far. 8 minutes in, 20-6, and leading by 9,000 gold. Fnatic Esports sitting strong.
Yeah, they're really dominating with the momentum coming in from that first game. It was a 20-minute match, but it does look like this one will be much shorter. But going again to Caliber, what kind of things do they have in this kit to be able to just go through with this game? They do have the Bloody Hunt coming in from Franco. They should be able to pick off 1 or 2 members. That would be kind of the ideal position. And they're also making sure that this Melissa does get that zone necessary. Even the Dragon is up there making sure that, hey, we're gonna make sure this Melissa is able to push, and 2 cuts, 1 cut from that top side, and a huge push coming in from the top side.
Yeah, huge pushes indeed, and not left unchecked, as you are gonna see the side of Fnatic Esports a 2v3 situation. Looks like PC and Dream Cutie were able to hold it off, but Yuno is going to go ahead and take down Dyroth, and now the aggro onto the Lord. Fnatic Esports, left unchecked, is going to be able to take yet another objective in their favor.
Yeah, Caliber right now is not looking good. It might be a kind of a draft issue. It might be some sort of rotation, but Fnatic is able to pick up this first Lord up uncontested. And one of the things about this first Lord, right? A lot of the times you're looking to get all the outer turrets with this Lord, but Fnatic already is set up onto that bottom side. They are able to get this bot tower without the Lord even marching down. So I really wonder what they're going to be able to take right here, because without the Franco's hook, I don't think Caliber has any fight pressure happening right now, especially since the Grok has that Flicker Wild Charge available.
Yeah, it does have the Flicker Wild Charge, and you are seeing Lord making his way into the inhibitor for the mid lane. Oh my goodness! Renus Empathy is going to go ahead and burst down Sicilian to about 1/4 of HP. Now the fight on the way. You are seeing some heavy engagement. Circling Eagle going down. Dream Cutie is going to go ahead and take down Melissa. The Bloody Hunt in full effect. Franco going to take down Roseanne, but a double kill over there. A triple kill from Dream Cutie takes down Franco, and they're also going to take down Mikey. And a Maniac is going to burst down Dyroth, and ladies and gentlemen, Fnatic Esports takes the series against Caliber with a sweep.
Fnatic taking this game. Of course, Dreamy QT is going to be the MVP at that 11-0 and a 5. Again, the kill score was 7-25 in favor of Fnatic. It was a 10-minute match. We called this a landslide completely, right? Going back to the topic, Dreamy QT 11-0 and 5, able to score that MVP, picking up essentially all the core items and just missing one, right? He was probably going to be able to pick that up within the next 2 minutes anyways. And next in favor, we do have, we saw that Grok doing so much damage onto that boss side, able to just completely destroy one of the targets without them even knowing. And Rosetta Park, making sure that he is on this branch, able to get most of the objectives on the map. And, they're just showing that these heroes that they're using, they're just really, really dominant with them right now. And let's take a look at some of the datas coming up right now. We're definitely going to see Dream QT at one of the highest damage dealt, but it does belong to at this 27%. This damage Grok is proving to be something really worthwhile, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the NACT. And let's take a look at some of the turret damage. Again, Dreamy QT, that MVP, able to do 51% damage, just taking up all the real estates that do belong from Caliber's side. And really nice kill participation coming across the board from Fnatic's side. Everyone is scoring above 50%. They are looking to play this Ube strat extremely well, and it does show that they have that discipline. Even though the first game was that 25-minute mark, they're able to cut it short and go to sleep early.
Oh, what a game indeed. And I gotta say, looking at that match, it was 10 minutes, right? It was a 10-minute 31-second finish, and we kind of talked about the Sicilian. When you lock in that Sicilian, you're required to play safe and get to the late game. And I think Fanatics just kind of harped in on that and played very aggressively and were able to take the advantage. Sicilian wasn't able really to do anything, and that's just kind of why you don't really see him too often. Is it's kind of better to go for your late game marksman and go for your early game mage. And they also opted in on the Melissa, which is another mid to late game damage dealer as well. So with both backlines being damage dealers and also being late game heroes, it did not lean in their favor for the early aggression that we've seen the side of Fanatics provided. So that is going to close out the series, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to close out the stream. We appreciate everybody tuning in across the land of Dawn on the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy YouTube channel. A little bit of a blast from the past. Final match was Caliber versus Fnatic Esports, and looking at the schedule, we did see Chubby go up against the nation's best, Darker Motives versus Onage, and Fanatics versus Caliber. All amazing games, but Chubby was able to take their win, Darker Motives was able to take theirs as well, and then the final game of the day, Fnatic was able to prevail and get a sweep. And we appreciate you guys watching on the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy YouTube channel. Make sure you guys register on the Mobile Legends Scrim Academy Discord server as well to partake against some of these teams that you are seeing getting ready for the NACT spring season, and also get a sneak peek at future events for 2023. As always, it's been a pleasure. Special shout out to everybody who cast it on the desk today. We had my man with the plan, Yue, who broke it down at the very end with myself, and also a lot of the matches in the beginning. And then also Raz was on the board from the Valentine Dash, growing his name in the MLSA as well. You gotta love to see it. And then a new face on the desk. We did see Marvy in there with his special appearance. Hope to see him in the distant future for more and more streams. As always, guys, my name is Wheezy. I've been your host. It's been a pleasure. Now we are gonna go on a short break because NACT spring season is right around the corner. Matter of fact, it's this weekend, so everybody is getting prepared for it. So we are gonna be moving on to 2 days a week now instead of 4. So we're going to be live next Tuesday, again, with 6 amazing teams ready to go toe-to-toe in a best-of-3. And then also after that, we'll be live on Thursday. It'll be that same schedule here going forward for the next few weeks until NACT spring season closes out. But don't worry, there is still going to be content to void the gaps that we are not live in. And that's going to be a lot of these matches that you maybe were not able to catch posted on our YouTube channel. As always, it's been a pleasure. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you guys next time in the Land of Dawn. Take care.
You can travel the world to find yourself,